on the rise now. Endless celebrations all in my house. Levitating now, I'm super duper fly now. London boy, but DC where I reside now. Put the time in while you always yelling time out. F it, quit it, cause I know I'm coming with it. You were sitting, you were wishing I was handling my business. Now I got the ball like Harry Potter playing Quidditch. And my business is humongous, you would think that happens in there. Damn man, I'm all that, yeah, I'm all that. Looking for that whip, yeah, that what you call that. I'ma blow up in the summer, have him yelling fall back. And I've always been ahead like an effing ball cap. Man, I came in the game like, whoa. Got a couple chains on me cause I like gold. They told me I'm the best and I told them I know. Cause when I'm in your town, every ticket I sold. Yeah, they saying I'm the man. Facts, bro. Lot of haters, tell me where they at though. I'm the new pop, all I do is rap though. Want me on your song, throw a couple stacks, yo. Everybody wanna do the same thing. That's why we ain't on the same page. Do my own thing and I maintain. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream. I'm going mainstream. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream. Yeah, I'm going mainstream. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream. I'm going mainstream. Mainstream. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream. Yeah. I'm going mainstream. Damn. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream. Woo. I'm going mainstream. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream.
You just walk right out the door. Don't wanna do this anymore. Now I'm lost without you. You drive me crazy out my mind. How'd you do this every time? Now I'm lost without you. Used to be the one I talk to when I'm sad. Can't you see now tainted love is all we have? Our issues run so deep, now when I try to sleep I feel so bad. I should leave and by the time it's done I'll be gone. I'll be so distant when you're home, always hanging by your phone. Do I even know you? And I get paranoid sometimes, 'cause I know that you ain't mine, and I'm lost without you. You still be the one I talk to when I'm sad. Can't you see now tainted love is all we have? Our issues run so deep, now when I try to sleep I feel so bad. I should leave and by the time it's done
We're not the same, we're not the same. We're not the same, we run everything. We're not the same, we're not
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to yet another AFR broadcast. Today we bring you round 18 from the land of the rising sun, Japan, here at Suzuka International Circuit. As usual, I am Kunai Zero, and with me tonight is Psycho.
Good evening, everyone.
Okay, so jumping straight into it pretty much. 18 minutes on the clock, as we can see a couple of drivers jumping out for qualifying. What are your thoughts on tonight's race?
Suzuka is probably my favourite track. I think we're going to see a lot of close battles, especially up the front between the likes of Matt Dabry and Potsi.
Well, it's a very short grid, 15 drivers for this one, so missing 5. That'll give them some breathing room on the majority of the track, on the circuit. So,
Jacob Meister's prediction is Pepsi out first.
yeah, that is literally the surest bet in the history of bets ever. Okay, so what are we... Who is second? I believe it might be Fever coming around that hairpin. God, I'm good. All right, we'll have a look at him as he kind of makes his way around for the outlap. So Suzuka always produces pretty good racing. I'll be honest. It's one of the I think it might be the only figure-8 track on the F1 calendar. Just trying to think. Technically, no, not even Singapore. Yeah, I think it's the only figure-8 track on the calendar.
It is, I'm fairly certain, the only figure-8 track.
Very, very, very famous track. Infamous corners. 130R, spoon curve. Casio triangle. 200R, which is a suggestion. Well, let's be real. 130R is a suggestion now. 130R, it used to be a problem. Now it's just flat stick. Who cares? So, alright, let's jump on board here. So, FIBA will start his flying lap, as I believe Apollo is the only one in front of him. So, we'll see what the Alfa Romeo can lay down. As we go through. Oh, went out wide there. Didn't invalidate the lap, though, interestingly enough. So, it's still valid. Sector 3 yellow flag. That'll be triggering a lot, obviously, when people slow down for that triangle. The game thinks that something insanely bad has happened. So here we go around Degner 1 and 2. Ooh, locking up on that front right, pretty savage. And then we make our way down to the hairpin in preparation for 200R. You can see the Renault just in front. Hopefully it doesn't impede. That looks like Bandcamp. He'll move over to the side, sportsman-like. Now we go all the way up through the gears as we move towards Spoon Curve. So Spoon Curve, one of those corners, it's very, very misleading. It looks like it's a fairly easy right, but it actually tightens up even further, just about here. So you got to shift down, really hug that inside, and then you'll get a nice exit all the way down the back stretch towards 130R. And then you've only got that last sector to go, which is through 130R here, nice and flat. Yep, no lift, as Apollo sets a 126.9 to get us started. And then hard on the brakes as you hit the Casio triangle. A right, a left, then no longer a bump. Thank you, 2020. As you move through the last curve and across the line. And FIBA will start with a 126.681.
Respectable banker lap.
Oh, that's an interesting camera angle. How did I do that?
Is that the one around the first corner?
No, it's legitimately third person.
How?
I don't know. Infinite cosmic power. How did I do that?
That's quite cool.
Oh, we're good. No, okay, it's gone. That was interesting. It's Jacob Buster in chat. It's like I'm playing Gran Turismo. Oh, all right. So a bunch of other times on the board. A 126.0 from PTR. So the Alfa Romeo is starting strong. Matt Dabry getting in there with a 126.7 for his first lap for the Red Bulls. Potsy with a 126.777. If you're Chinese, that's lucky. Is it 7s or 8s? I might have got that wrong. Polo Pepsi with a 126.9. Matt Zoid for the Alpha Tauri, a 127.2. His teammate about to start his flying lap. Sid with a 127.2. Flyboy there with a 128.1. And T-Mac with a hell of a banker lap with a 135.2. So that's about as warm up as you can get.
Sid putting at 127.2 on the mediums is actually very impressive. He's been on fire ever since joining Tier 1.
He's definitely been impressing. So let's have a look. Here we go. Gus rules. His teammate currently 6th. Where can Gus put this car? Gus, one of those drivers, he's talented, but he always has he's very unlucky. Speak of the devil. And he's in the wall.
That was no damage, I think.
I think he did get away with that. I'll take the blame on that one. I guess I got no choice. We'll jump on with a replay here. Here we go. So here's Gus coming around, and it's about here where I'm like, yeah, Gus is pretty good, but sometimes he just puts himself in really bad spots. And bonk. But yeah, I don't see any wings coming off, so that'll be an invalidation from him. He will have to restart. So in that case, we'll jump up a couple of positions to Pacey, who is yet to set a lap, coming around 130R now. His teammate Bandcamp with a 128.6, currently sitting 9th. Got unsettled on the curve, that inside curve on the S is a killer. Yes, it is. There's a couple of curbs on Suzuka that are very, very unforgiving. That being one of them, and then the other one is you come around Dunlop to as you approach Degner 1 and 2.
The corners around the S as well, as Pacey just found out.
Tokyo drifting. Looks really good on paper. Not so much for lap times, I'll be honest. Also, Chad, if you're wondering why I sound like I'm about to die, it's because I am. I not very smartly did a downhill mountain bike trail before this, and I am actually dead. So we'll see how long I last. 11 minutes on the board. Oh.
Apart from that first corner, the lap pace he's putting together is pretty good, using all the track limits, hitting his braking points.
That's looking pretty clean so far. Ooh. Did he get the invalidation? Using exactly the amount of track you're supposed to?
See what I mean?
Thank you for the follow, Invigorated. Much appreciated. Fastest Sector 2. I don't know if that's a glitch or not, but that's what the map is telling me. Hard on the brakes. Oof, lock up on that front right. Let's have a look. What are we looking at? 122. Is he? Oh, he gets a little bit unsettled, but he catches the front of the car, sticks to the inside of the track, and he'll set a 127.1 there. That puts him in 8th place.
He can definitely improve on that. Smitty, I think, is on a lap. He's just about to finish it.
Let's have a look. We'll keep an eye on that map here. Is combined. He's coming around that Sector 3 now. So Smitty will set a 127.2. That'll put him up into 9th. So that's knocked out his teammate from the top 10. 9 minutes 38 left on that clock. On board here with combined. So Apollo Pepsi currently 7th.
Just started the lap, I believe.
Here we go through the aptly named Snake. Then through the anti-banked curve. I love how literal these corner names are. And we've got Dunlop here, then you move towards Degner 1, Degner 2. Degner 2 tends to catch people out. I mean, pretty visceral on those brakes.
Degner 1 can too.
Definitely. It's one of you can take it relatively flat, but yeah, it's depending on how fast you go in will depend on how much brake you need on the second. Oh, nice use of the track. Moderate speed. Here we go. Could have been a bit wider, but we'll see how it looks when he crosses that Sector 2 line.
I think he did very well through Sector 2 there.
111. Let's have a look. This is looking pretty clean.
Everyone sets a purple Sector 2.
This one's coming up as yellow for whatever reason. Looks like there was a couple of cars. Stick to the inside. 127.897.
Bit of a slip. 126.8 for Pepsi.
So Apollo will stay 7th. Combined down in the 12th place. He'll be looking to improve that a little bit. PTR still on the top of the board with a 126.071. Gus Rules is currently on a lap. We'll see what he gets. The only driver not to set one. We'll jump on with Big Al, actually. One of very strong performers in the Tier 1 league. Currently sitting third there with his 126.4.
He does tend to either sort of perform really well or averagely. Like, there's no real in between. Like, he'll either come like third or fourth, or he'll be down in like 10th, 11th.
No, he's one of those people that tend to show up pretty well, actually. He does bring a fight to a lot of the drivers, so it'll be interesting to see if he can improve on his lap at all. Not much in it between him and Potty, really.
He's only had one retirement this season so far.
Very reliable driver, and as Jacob has just pointed out in the chat there, Big Al has had 3 podiums. Also, I didn't notice that before, but Biggles, you lads near Jeff, we're good, but maybe in future rounds that might be handy. We'll have a look into that. So here we go, Big Al, starting off his flying lap.
Keeping up the speed through turn 1 really well.
I have to be honest, man, Suzuka's just one of those circuits, eh? I love it.
It's hands down my favorite.
Whoa, favorite's a strong word. I don't know if I'd say favorite, but actually, that's a good question. Chat, write your favorite tracks. I want to see what the consensus here is. I don't know what I'd say my favorite is. That is a very strong question. So Reverse TK reckons it's Interlagos. If anyone says Austria, I'll be disappointed. That's not fair. Austria's a nice track. I don't know. Favorite's strong, but
I
Australia?
Like too.
Australia's too easy. Man, like, of all of the tracks we go to, I don't know if I'd say Australia's my favourite. Hungary, Singapore. So Hungary's a go-kart track. Singapore, yeah, under lights, Marina Bay. It's pretty up there. Monaco, full wet. I don't know if anybody's favourite track is Mountain Monaco, let's be real. Oh, okay, reverse is Sid. There you go, yeah. I'm going to go against the grain and say France. Okay, Jacob Meister is officially banned from this channel. Bahrain.
France, not in real life, but in F1 game in general, it produces some really good racing.
Yeah, well, yeah. In game, you said?
In game.
Yeah, in game it does. Yeah, in real life it's bad. Bahrain, yes, Bahrain's a pretty good circuit. Legit fire. Maybe a bit too soon.
Put in 26.
He did. I was supposed to mention that he put in a 26.077, literally 6/1000ths off of PTR right now. So absolutely showed up there. I do know I have this set to fitted because if I go to best, Sid did bring up a good point. He's done a 126.8, but he's on the mediums. He hasn't set a soft time yet, as we have a bunch of drivers in the pits. Statistically, China has the most overtakes by like 20% more than the others. Yeah, fair. Vietnam is a good track, don't at me. Vietnam seems fun from the game's perspective. That last sector's a blast, but until we actually go there in real life, by that I mean like the F1 calendar, I'll judge it then. Judging by current events, I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon.
Does not look like it.
Right, Brazil's a fair. Interlagos is fair. That's been a pretty historic track. Let's be real. But I don't know what my favorite is. I don't know if I can even say a favorite. That's a really strong question. I'm gonna be honest.
I think Matt Dabry's getting ready for a lap.
Is he coming out of the pits now? Yes. So yeah, I don't know, man. That's
It's a hard question.
Nah, he's coming into the pits there.
I'm
so
wrong.
we'll jump on with Pacey. He's going up on his outlap there. I'll be honest. I don't think I can pick a favorite. I don't think I have one off. I don't know. There's so many good ones, man. Spa, Monza, like they're just so good, man. I don't know. A favorite? I don't know. I don't know if I have a favorite. I'll be honest. That's too hard of a question right now. I'll be straight up. I don't know.
I am specifically referring to the F1 game.
Oh, if it's the game, I would have to say it's probably yeah, it's probably like, I would say, yeah, maybe Hungary or Suzuka. Suzuka's pretty damn fun in the game.
Oh yeah.
Nah, Spa has to be on that. Spa's a blast, man.
Pacey's off.
Alright. Here we go. A bunch of drivers now setting their next flying lap. 2 minutes left on that clock. You don't really have a lot of time. Oh, this is a bit of desync. That's right. I always forget that. So there's probably a couple.
I'm not sure if there is desync with a racer hosting.
Oh, well, we'll find out. Thank you, Biggles. Have a good one, man. Catch you around. Alright, so Pacey making his way through the end of Sector 1. See, this is where it gets interesting. You got a lot of traffic.
Oh,
And he invalidated that one. Just clipped the edge. Oh, and he hits the wall as well. Breaks the wing. Jesus. Alright, let's jump back there with Bandcamp while he's on his flying, and we'll just keep. Let's see if we can hit a quick replay there. So Pacey comes around the Degner corners, and that's that Degner too. He put a bit too much power and spun, bang, right into the wall there. Snaps the front. Yeah, not a great one. Thank you for the follow, Valcamp. Much appreciated. So the
getting ready for the laps. I think Matt Dabry's going to be the first one to cross the line to start.
Actually, that's a good point. Let us jump up there because I want to see what these are going to look like. So PTR is still on provisional pole. We've got Big Al right behind him by, again, as a reminder, 6. Oh, not anymore. PTR just set another speedy lap, a 125.924. So can any of those top 4 match him? Here we are with Matt Dabry making his way through Snake. Oh, that's nice use of the curb there. Let's have a look. Hit that Sector 1. Oh, and he's up by 700ths. Pacey has retired from the session. He won't be able to do another lap, so he'll have to sit there with a 127.16. Up to the hairpin now, down through the gears.
He might have had time, Jacob, but I don't know if he would have had fuel.
That's another thing too. These guys will run very, very light, trying to save as much weight as possible. Oh, he's gone so far out! Matt Dabry somehow hasn't invalidated though. But that's definitely going to burn that time. It's going to be a rough one as Big Al crossed the line there with a 125.892. So he will sit on pole position for now. I don't think Matt Dabry has the speed to beat him. We'll have a look though. He sits to the inside of the line. Oh, 126.227. It's an improvement, but unfortunately with that off, that cost him a little bit.
FIBA, I think, actually set the fastest Sector 2. It's half a second up through Sector 2. So he will cross the line at
126.1. So he will start right next to his teammate. And his teammate retires from the session there. So Big Al will take pole position. PTR retires. Can't go around one last time. So very good win there for the Haas teammate. Actually, does he have a teammate competing? No. Big Al is the only person representing Haas at the moment. PTR and FIBA from Alfa Romeo will start second and third respectively, and Matzoid, Alpha Tauri, will take up the second spot on the second row. Big Al's first pole in Tier 1. Yes, it is. Potsy invalidated. The last one was on for a 25. That's a rough one. Alright, so qualification is over. Here we are. Big Al with that pole position time, a 125.892. PTR, 3 thousandths. Sorry, 300ths off that time. FIBA with a 126.1. Mattoid there in fourth, 126.2. Sid, Matt Dabry, Potsy, 126.2s as well. 2.22 and 2.5. Combined Apollo and Flyboy round out that top 10. It's an unfortunate one for Gus there. You can see it was a bit sketchy. Got there with a 127.7. Bandcamp there with a 127.6. And Pacey starting down there with his teammate with a 1 at 27.1.
I do like how first to ninth is all within 1 second.
Yeah. Yeah, it gets a bit... You know what I'm really keen to see? I know we're watching Tier 1, but I'm so keen to see Tier 2. Based on the qualification... Because based on the qualification session we had last week...
Yeah.
It was so touch and go for like 4 drivers. It was awesome. It was trading places. It was so great. I can see a grey sky. So...
We've got a couple of really close battles at the front in Tier 2. Between, Sim Stars, Trin and Artemis. It's anyone's race.
Yeah. But that, I wonder if the sky will give us anything.
Well, we did 2 weeks ago in Singapore have it was supposed to be a dry race, and it just started raining towards the end. So I don't know if I trust the game's weather as much as I used to.
Yeah, that's good. That's a good point. Jacob Must is saying it's only cloudy. Fair enough. So pretty typical for Japan, actually. Cloudy races.
A lot of these marshals on the pit lane don't look very amused.
I love it too because they have the same animation. So it's just like so bad. Alright, let's hire that. There we go. Alright, so Big Al will lead the 15 car grid for a final slow lap of the circuit. Make sure everything is copacetic. There's the AWS predicted pit stop strategy. Soft to hard from lap 8 to 10, or a 2-stop soft medium. I doubt people are going to do a 2-stop here.
I can't see it unless there's a lot of safety cars and carnage.
Yeah, I would expect just a...
Yeah, just speaking about the tyres, so... A bit surprised with Gus choosing to start on the hards. That's a bold move.
Yeah, but I feel as though his thinking there is, I'm at the back. It's going to be better if I can if I can go the longest stint, then maybe I can make it up at the end. So I don't know. That's going to be so annoying to drive on.
It is going to be annoying to drive on, but the one point that this actually could work on is if towards the end, say like lap 18, 19, he gets a safety car.
Yeah. Well, we'll figure it out. 27 laps here at Suzuka. Anything can happen.
Very true. Also surprised with T-Mac actually deciding to start on the softs. I would have definitely thought that he would be going for the mediums. But I guess he's going to try and jump the field quickly. I do like how all 4 of the Mercedes are grouped together.
Yes. Yes, the Racing Point 8, 9, and the Mercedes themselves 10 and 11. Even the Williams are technically leading and ending that pack. So all of the Mercedes powertrain family are together. Oh, I have a feeling Psycho might have just DC'd here. Yep, looks that way. Alright, so it looks like I'm going to be flying solo for a bit while he reconnects in. Alright, so now we just got to wait for everyone to make up on the grid. I think that's it there. Here we go. Let's see, does this... Oh, and we're off! The lights work for once! As Big L gets a launching start. PTR and FIBA about to battle for that second place. Looks like PTR does make it out just a bit as we hit that turn 1. Let's have a look here. The Alpha Tauri and the Alfa Romeo side by side. Matzoid manages to eke it out though. Sid out in front. They're 5th, 6th. Hotty close behind. They're having a small little battle there. Someone's already off the track. But no damage. Oh, but he's around! And it looks like FIBA's been caught up in an incident. We'll have to try and watch that back. Let's have a look into the replay now. You can see FIBA getting caught up there. And as we switch that camera, he looks like as he comes off, it just loses that traction. Bang, right around. Unfortunate there for the Alfa Romeo. So 1 spin so far. And that's dropped him all the way back down to last position on the grid. And have a look here at Potty, who's about to take a fight to Smitty now. Obviously on the faster compound. So here we go. Potty now. He'll probably get a pretty decent tow as they come up through 130R. I don't know if he'll make the overtake. It's going to be brave if he looks for it. I feel like he'll take the safer option before we hit the Casio triangle. But I've seen him do crazy things before. He goes for a massive dive. Oh, is he going to make it work? Oh, God. As they do that, Apollo manages to take 2 positions. Sneaky there from the racing point, but that's what you get when you squabble over such a corner. That's hilarious. Potty tries to go in for Smitty, and Apollo ends up taking all of that. Even Pacey managed to squeeze up in there as well. So not a great look there for the Mercedes teams. Oh, they're going to fight again. Here we go, up in through Snake. Potty wants that position so badly. Oh, and he spins him as well! That's not a good look. That's caused Smitty to go off the track. That is a very, very interesting development here. Smitty's managed to jump all the way down. And now my scoreboard is absolutely out of control. Smitty apparently in the lead.
I believe I'm back. Hello.
No, there we go. Hey, Psycho, how you going? Saw that that drop there.
Yeah, bad weather.
That's all good. Hopefully you'll be back properly. So a couple of things you missed. Looks like FIBA spun around and Smitty and Potty fighting so hard that Apollo made up 2 positions because of that. And then it looks like Smitty actually got spun with a little bit of contact there from Potty through Snake into the anti-bank curve. So it's unfortunate. Smitty's now at the back of the grid. So that's 2 spinalers if someone's keeping count. Thank you for the follow, Timo. Much appreciated.
Pacey making up 6 positions.
Was Potty. Now he tries to look on the outside, but Pacey, I think, has better ideas. Oh, but it looks like he could squeeze him out. No, Pacey says, get the hell out. This is my corner, and he will take it. However, down the straight, let's have a look. The softs are going to be much, much faster. Pacey's going to try and hold off that inside line as best as he can. I'm not sure if the overtake button's not on.
Oh, the switch back on the inside.
He's trying, but Pacey is holding him off. The banana is fast as Smitty picks up a 5-second penalty in the pit lane. There it is, but Potty is absolutely fighting through all of this. Closest battle on track so far. He tries to look it. Oh, they're coming up to Degner. This is not a corner you want to do this in, but he keeps the corner. Pacey is not letting this up at all. And while these 2 drivers are fighting, Combined is slowly but surely sneaking up behind them as well. Potty is desperately looking for an attempt. He tries to go on the inside of the hairpin. He might have actually made this work. Oh, the exit speed. Who's going to come out on top? Jesus, you can't peel these 2 apart. All the way.
In a fight like this.
All the way through to Spoon Curve. Potty does have the advantage, and Pacey gets forced. Looks like he couldn't make the breaking point. So the Williams will come out on top. Jesus Christ.
I agree with Jacob. That's probably the battle of the season.
That was fantastic.
Fought from turn 1 all the way to Spoon, and I don't think Pacey's done fighting yet.
That is an amazing battle. All the while, Combine's kind of watching these 2 going, hit each other, hit each other. He just wants the position, but unfortunately, that ended up pretty clean. Pacey did have to, it looks like Pacey's trying to fight, and here it goes. Now it's the other way around. Pacey's going to try and make it on the outside. Potty, very nice defending there. Keeps the middle of the circuit. No contact. So now these guys are going to be playing with ERS and the overtake button. They're going to have to work in both. Combine is just going to try and watch to see for an opportune moment. And the other thing too is, don't forget, T-Mac's not very far behind him either.
Yeah, it's a bit of a battle up front there. PTR is close to Matt Dabry, but I just can't close that gap.
So having a look at all of these so far. Big Al with a very decent lead, 8/10. Sid very close to Mattoid there. Matt Dabry still within the 1 second. PTR has dropped all the way back, but floating around that 5/10 mark. The real gap starts from 5th to 6th. Apollo 1.3 seconds behind, and then Potsy is a whole 3.5, 3.6 seconds. So there's going to be a fight from 7th onwards, and then you've also got that fight from 4th and up. So we'll see how that develops. Obviously, we've still got pit stops to go. Smitty is the only one with a penalty so far with that speeding in pit lane, 5 seconds. Thank you for the follow, ABCDF King. Ah, great name. So lap 4 of 27.
Combine's pretty close to Pacey.
All right, here we go. So around the final curve.
It's a good
Now-
exit. Plows the ERS on.
Both have DRS, both within that window, but it looks like the Racing Point might just have the legs. Oh, but he's cooked it. He's gone way too far. I think Pacey might have actually seen that coming, so that's quite smart from the Renault. Thank you for the follow, Biz. Much appreciated.
Combine did actually play out through the majority of his ERS on that straight. Pacey would have seen that he was just going too quickly.
Ali, my big bro up top, let's go. So as we say, Pacey goes just a bit wide. Oh, and it looks like Flyboy does the same. So 3-second time penalties for both of those drivers. And
around.
Yep, Sector 1, Sector 2, you can see it there on the mini-map. Unfortunate there for the AlphaTauri. Looks like those hards.
That's a McLaren Sid spun at the hairpin.
Yep, just saw that as well. I might actually be able to catch that on the replay. Let's have a look. Oh, we don't see the spin, but you can see, yep, there's the McLaren there. That's unfortunate. He'll lose a ton of positions for that.
No damage though, so that's good.
So yeah, funnily enough, just as we're saying, yeah, Big L has those moments where he shows up. There he is, gets pole, and now he's got a very, very decent lead. Let's see if he can hold it to the end.
PTR getting a pretty good exit off the last corner.
Oh,
That's
Jesus,
the
fastest.
boot.
Yeah, 130.4 there. So, interestingly enough, have a look at these times here from about 7th onwards. They are very, very close. Combined with a massive shot to the inside. And he makes that work. That is a beautiful move there. Combined moves up into 7th place. And now T-Mac will... Oh, it's Pacey! Woohoo! Oh, Jesus.
Nearly overdoing it on those mediums. Now, there'll be a point very soon where the medium tyre will be faster than the soft, and I think we're approaching it, but as for now, Pacey seems to be struggling a little bit.
Thank you for the follow, Swanshanks. Pacey answering the age-old question. I wonder if you know how they live in Tokyo. The answer is sideways. As Smitty makes the overtake there on Gus Rules. As Gus Rules comes into the pit, so obviously damaged with that earlier spin in Sector 2. Well, technically that's Sector 1, but he was across the line, so whatever. Looking at these times, PTR climbing back up that board, actually, fairly quickly. He'll be looking to try and take Matt Dabry on the back stretch.
Well, he's got no ERS compared to Matt Dabry, has 35. I think he might have to wait a couple of laps. Because Matt will have ERS, he'll have DRS on Matsoid.
Oh, I'm not sure if there was a bit of contact there or not.
There was.
And PTR coming into the pit. So he'll be looking to switch now.
I'd say be going for the hard tyre at this stage. Yep, that's the hard. So we'll have to keep an eye on the undercut to see how that went. Matt Dabry, I'd say, stays out for probably another lap or two.
So just again, analysing some of these times. It's starting to blow out. The closest one looks to be FIBA on Sid. It's like about 5/10. Interestingly enough, Big Al is maintaining that lead very, very well. Not outside the 1 second. So Mattoid still with the DRS, but as I say that. It's dancing. It's dancing.
Combined hasn't really been able to pull away from Pacey, and T-Mac has been dropping back a little bit.
Bambi there in the chat. I love leagues with example. AFR at the front of the names makes it look so clean. Yeah, that was the thought. It just it makes the leaderboard not so roller coastery on the left side. And little Sid replays. It's a feature within OBS. You can set it up correctly, so basically it'll take a capture of what was previously on screen. So it's not something within the game, because that's something way too complicated for Codemasters to do. That's something that we do externally. But it is a cool feature. People seem to like it. Takes a bit to get. God knows how much issues I've had with it, but finally it's working properly.
Are you talking in OBS or in Streamlabs?
OBS. I use OBS. You can do the same thing in Streamlabs. It's the functionality is across the board. Ooh, T-Mac.
T-Mac and Pacey and combined all pretty close.
As Big Al just blew past that 1 second mark, so Matzoid no longer DRS, so Matt Dabry might actually have more of an advantage chasing him now. And that's the thing, over time here on this track, as your tyres wear, the snake section becomes more and more problematic, because it keeps pushing you further and further out, because you don't have that grip on the inside. So they've got to watch that out. We've got a sector 1 yellow flag. I don't see any cars.
Sid is stopped.
Yeah, it looks like it was the McLaren there at first corner.
Someone change position?
I
Pepsi on Potsy, I think, is going to be the next overtake. No, maybe I'm wrong.
This is where I wish I could do picture-in-picture. If I could do picture-in-picture, that would be fantastic.
That would be cool.
There we go, 130R, nice and flat.
Matzoid in the pits.
Matzoid in the pits, so is Apollo, but Pacey picks up yet another 3-second time penalty. T-Mac decides to come in as well. Alright, so the majority of the grid now will change. Big Al still out on those tyres.
The undercut is OP. PTR gets past Matzoid.
Flyboy says a faster slapper. 130.298 on the medium tyre. Yes, Bambi, this is an Aussie league. Aussie and New Zealand.
So, PTR making a jump on Matzoid through the undercut. I dare say he might potentially jump Matt Dabry as well. So that could be 2 positions gained depending on when Matt pits.
Well, we'll keep an eye on that time, because Matt Dabry, Potsy and Combined all have to pit. Pacey as well, but obviously that's later, starting on those mediums. Still the closest one here, so it's Pacey chasing his teammate. Oh, sorry, it's Bandcamp chasing his teammate. Pacey chasing Combined. I did not forget the New Zealand, Jacob.
He did say New Zealand, Jacob. I will defend him this time.
It's also there, if you have a look, the top right on the watermark in white. So, thank you very much.
Pacey on Combined, going into the Casio.
It was
section.
big.
Oh, close. That was close.
As Big Al picks up another 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. As so Combined will pull in, Pacey will stay out. That's the difference of the tyre strategies. Now, Big Al has decided to pit as well. And let's see, so Matt Dabry stayed out. PTR with the fastest lap now, 130.188. So Matt Dabry stays out on the softs, so he's looking for the over.
Just like to point out that PTR pitted, undercut Big L, Matzoid,
Yep.
and not Matt Dabry yet, but Big L and Matzoid.
Yep.
So that's 2 positions made, so he's in a net P2 at the moment.
Yeah, so PTR had a pretty big brain moment there. Yeah, that's worked out for him really, really well. And he'll be looking to take those the rest of the way. So if he maintains the speed, there's a good chance he'll get all of them.
He's about 18 seconds off Matt Dabry. Pit stop around here is, what, 20 seconds-ish?
Yeah, he'll probably get all of them. He'll probably lead the race.
He jumped from 4th to 1st, really.
He will most likely lead this race. Thank you for the follow, Grills. Trin, of course, yeah, PTR hards will be dead at the end, 100%. They're not going to be in any good shape. But if Lord and Savior Lewis Hamilton has told us anything, it's that if you massage the tires enough, they'll go the distance. All right? If he can take a pair of intermediates to turn them into a pair of slicks, then I have faith. Hashtag blessed. Is everyone using a wheel or is there a mix with a controller? We do not have any hard and fast rules. The majority of guys use a wheel, to my knowledge, but there are those who use a controller. Keeping an eye on some of these times. Looks like Big Al's about to make an attack here. Looking at PTR. Not happy. Now, let me just have a look here on these penalties. See, that's rough. So Big Al picked up that 5-second penalty there in the pit lane. That's going to hurt. So unless if PTR doesn't get a corner card or anything like that, I don't know if Big Al's going to be able to make that gap back.
No, and let's not forget Matsuid is also in the hunt on the same battle.
So keep a close eye on all of those times. Lap 11 to 27. Still have 17 laps in this race. Matt Dabry comfortably leading by 12 seconds. Bear me in the chat. What are the assists? To my knowledge, we do not have any hard and fast rules except for auto DRS is not a thing. Or what is it? Fuel assist is not a thing.
Pit lane assist is nothing either.
No pit lane assist. No start assist. So manual starts. No braking assist. Everything else I think is okay.
So Matt Dabry is pitting now. We'll see where he comes out.
So this will be interesting. So I'm going to switch to PTR here. So PTR is going to jump him easily. Sets the fastest lap while he's at it. So let's have a look here. Still way up there. So Pacey takes the lead of this race now. And Matt Dabry exits in 6th position.
Yeah, okay. So that undercut proving exceptionally effective.
PTR definitely...
That's the strongest undercut I've ever seen.
Whoa, hold on a minute! Big Al! Was that Big Al? Yep. It was. Big Al ended up spinning off the track. I only caught it with the corner of my eye. I don't know... Let's have a look. I don't think we'll see it too well. Let's see. There it is. You can see him just on the back there. Ended up sliding right off the track. That's unfortunate.
Oh, I lost it again.
He goes wide again as we rejoin into the main broadcast. So
tires would be screaming.
That is not a good result there. Not only does he have the 5-second penalty, but spins all the way down into 9th place. Heatwave. Yes, it's... Yeah, so we keep AFR in the name just because it keeps the left side of the board more even. It's just a lot nicer. Otherwise, you tend to have, like... Yeah, it goes all crazy and stuff. Just doesn't look very good. How do they do those highlights? Again, it's an OBS feature, so you can set it up. Basically, it's just like an instant replay. Takes a little bit to set up, but it looks good, so... PTR, one... Bro, on the hard tire, and he's just like, give me a minute. Every lap, he's just like, Bono, my tires are gone. But watch me set 7 fastest laps in a row.
Oh boy, that's awesome.
So Big Al's going to be seeing red at the moment. Actually, he's seeing silver and black, but he won't be happy. He'll be trying to make as much time as possible. Fever with a 129.7, setting the fastest lap of the race. Have a look at T-Mac as well. T-Mac chasing up Combine. We'll switch over to him. He's looking pretty good. He'll be wanting to get into 10th place, try and get that 1 point.
The gal's making quite a bit of time on Flyboy.
So if I remember correctly, 6 seconds of penalties there for Pacey. So it won't be a win, and they've still got a pit too, so it's not going to be crazy. PTR will take the lead of that race once Pacey and Bandcamp both pit. And considering what's happened with Big Al, as long as PTR keeps it clean, he's pretty much got it in the bag. Here comes Big Al. No overtake or anything. Oh, is he going to attempt an overtake? Okay, see, he plays it smart, right? Because what you don't do is what I thought he was going to do, which is take the inside line through 130R, because that usually ends up bad. But he took the safe option. He'll have the DRS. You'll see the wing. There it is, nice and open. And thank you, Flyboy. No problem. Up into 8th place. Thank you for the follow, Nicky Neats. Much appreciated. So lap 14 of 27. We've just crossed the halfway mark now. The sky is still cloudy, but no rain has appeared. So looking pretty good for these guys.
It does seem to be clearing up a little bit, actually.
Ooh.
PTR is called all the way up to Bandcamp now.
Yeah, that's. I was just about to say that. Look at this. How fast is he flying on these hards? Bandcamp's got to know this isn't his fight, right? He doesn't care. He'll defend. That's what Bandcamp does. So let's have a look. I can't imagine this is going to go anywhere. You can see the green bar there on the heads-up display. Excuse me, sir, if you just mind moving over to the right. Thank you very much. And gets the move done. Woo! Tucks in nicely. Now, of course, Bandcamp's going to have the advantage on the straight with DRS, but I imagine his mediums are probably at the chewing point, and I don't think he's going to have the speed. Jesus, PTR absolutely just blasted from that last corner.
Yeah. Band gave it a good go, though.
I mean, he's still there. He's hanging on, but yeah, I don't think that's going to work well. So PTR one step closer. Now he's just got to wait for Pacey to pull into the pits. He might even catch him just on track. So, loving the commentary. Thank you. We try our best. I'm glad everyone's enjoying themselves.
Yeah, Bandcamp's dropped away now. He was less than a second off of Pacey. He's 2 seconds off Pacey now.
So we'll keep an eye on that gap. T-Mac, still the closest. Trying to chase down Combined here, but he's having a bit of issue. Because, as we've got a Sector 1 yellow flag, and I think it's Sid. Sid has retired, and it looks like that. So that's, I think that's a terminal incident. Yes, it is. It's a virtual safety car. So that will cause a bit of issue, because
no one can benefit. No one's near the pits.
Fingers crossed, but please don't let someone get a penalty. Every time a VSC for the past couple of races, at least one person's got pinged for speeding past Delta. Because the VSC can be sneaky like that, and it's lasting quite a while, so let's have a look. So you can see those guys at the front there, very compressed. PTR's caught up quite a lot, but they won't be able to race. We had 4 drive-thrus in one race in the last F2. That's ridiculous.
Bandcamp's pitting again. Oh, pitting. First time.
Okay, so the VSC has gone. DRS is now enabled. We're back up to racing speed, but what advantages are coming from this? T-Mac still within 6/10 mark. Let's have a look. The DRS will go on. There it is. And he still hasn't initiated overtake. Combined moving preemptively. Oh, that's a massive break!
God, that was dangerous.
Oh, and he avoided him.
Good reactions from T-Mac.
Band has swapped to the soft tyre at lap 16.
Try and do 11 laps on the soft. That's probably pushing it a little.
Alright, well, I mean, he'll be fast, I guess.
For a while.
Alright, we'll jump up back to the front here. Pacey still leading this race, but with 6 seconds of penalties, not really in contention. PTR is awfully close. He'll look for an overtake. Let's have a look. The ERS is low on the car, but he saves it. Here we go. On the inside. Now he's definitely just gonna he'll bide his time. Nice on the brakes. There we go. Right, left, hit that final curve. Then we'll hit the DRS. You'll see that light come on. And there it is. The 2 blue lights on the right-hand side of that dash let you know that the wing is open. He uses the overtake to get a bit extra torque coming out of that corner, as Potsy sets the fastest time there with a 1:29.6. So PTR is essentially driving very, very smartly here, because he's not pushing so hard as to cook the tyres, because he knows that Pacey still has to pit. But he's pushing enough to apply pressure, to force that move quicker. And right now he is awfully close. Pacey has to know that he's behind him. Very, very difficult to overtake in this section of the track, though. Ooh, pulling up well.
Gunbox, I would expect average lap times to sit at around 130, 131.
Oh, a little bit of wheel spin there. So this is very, very good at the front here so far. Pacey's doing a great job of maintaining his track position.
He's got so much ERS to play with.
Yeah. It is a losing battle, of course, because he has to pit. But he is making PTR work for it. Is he peeking? No. No. Plays again. Keeps playing the safe game. So in through the triangle. Pacey deciding to stay out again. 16 laps. Those mediums will definitely be screaming now.
Oh, yeah.
There's the DRS indicator. He's even using the ERS. He's ran out of charge. That car was on 0%. It'll now be in absolute low mode. He'll be trying to charge up the rest. And Pacey is doing a great job to hold off this attack.
Boy, now 2 laps ago, Pacey did have 100% ERS, so he's been using a lot of energy to hold PTR at bay. But it is working, as you said, it is working.
It's close there through Dunlop. Feber with a 129.3. These guys are hitting. These guys are tucking these tyres into the grass ever so slightly. I'm terrified. Oh, he's going up on the outside now. So that is a great move there from PTR. Managed to get it done. He's now in the lead. And at this point, he's just got to coast home.
You say that. He's got about 9 laps to go, but you are right. He just has to keep doing what he's doing.
The only person, the only person that can challenge him is Matoid. And he's 4 seconds behind?
Yeah, he's got a lot to make up. And now, not only could this potentially be PTR's first win, it could be his first podium as well.
So Pacey pulls into the pits, realises, well, the defensive is no longer a thing, so might as well get that done. So Matto will overtake him, so will Potty, Matt Dabry as well. Apollo will probably... Oh, have a look here at Feber, trying to look on the outside of Bandcamp. Makes it work.
Nicely done. Very nicely done.
Moves up into 11th. Oh, Bandcamp's going for it. Inside, what an absolute rocket ship. Coming into first corner, and he takes that back with ease. That was crazy. Oh, no! Fever!
No!
Oh, and he's hit that wall. He's hit the wall hard. Luckily, it's only an end plate. However, not ideal.
No, he'll have to pit again.
So there he is chasing, and then he just manages to just a little bit too much torque. Wow, straight there. And donk. There goes the end plate. That's unfortunate.
Very much so. Matt Dabry has made up a bit of time to Potsy. He should be within DRS range.
Well, within the 1 second now, there is Apollo. Pepsi picks up a 3-second time penalty. So that's yet another driver to do so. Let's have a look at these penalties so far. So Sid, DNF, we're down to 14 drivers. Pacey with the 6 seconds. Flyboy with 3. Apollo with 3. Big Al with 5. Interestingly enough, and my eyes seem to deceive me, but I could have sworn Smitty picked up a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. However, it doesn't say that he has one. So maybe that was a glitch.
He might have served it.
Yes. No, that would make sense. He would serve it. That's right.
Now, PTR is in a really good position. His tyres are only 2 laps older than Matsui. 2 laps on the hard tyres aren't that big of a deal. I think he's looking really pretty here for a win. Gabri's definitely catching Potsy.
Keeping an eye on that battle. So Potsy and Matt Dabry within the same gap distance of the cars in front of each other. So again, if PTR picks up a corner... Oh, we got a Sector 3 yellow flag. It's one of the... looks like it's one of the AlphaTauris.
Gus is around.
So yeah, as long as PTR doesn't pick up a corner cut or anything like that, he'll have it in the bag. But second is up for grabs. Three-way battle.
Absolutely is. Now, Feber came out of the pits. Smitty overtook him into the first corner. I think he'll be looking to take that position back.
So you can see Matoid swinging. Left and right.
And actually, Big Al on Pepsi, I think he's going to get it done here down the main straight into the first corner.
And there's the overtake there.
Oh, Pepsi, what are you doing? Oh. This track actually has some really good camera angles as well.
Mm-hmm.
That camera that's sort of like half on an angle through the first corner is amazing.
So keeping an eye here, Potsy is clamping down the time on Matoid here, and Matt Dabry's doing the same. It's not as much. Matt Dabry is hanging back a lot further, but it's definitely in contention. Potsy only half a second. As Feber picks up a 3-second time penalty there. Multiple warnings.
Smitty gets past. Oh no, he's still trying to get past.
Pacey will overtake his teammate there. At the back. Okay, so Potsy is really in it now. Matoid locking up that front right. So we'll keep an eye on Matt Dabry there. But here we go. Potsy is going to use the overtake to try and get more exit speed. Now the DRS is on. You can see the indicator. Matoid trying to swerve to the right to break that toe, but it's not strong enough. Potsy's going to go up on the outside. Now he's going to defend the inside line. They're going to be two side by side through first corner. The AlphaTauri is coming out on top, but Potsy will have the inside line on the next turn, and he makes it work, so Potsy will move up one position. And funnily enough, through all of that, Matt Dabry fell back through that entire exchange. He actually dropped back another 10th, so Matt Dabry will have it. Oh, Matoid locked up hard there. Matt Dabry now within the 4/10. Let's jump on board with him. We'll watch it from his angle. So that is a great move there by the Williams, but now he's got to take into account he no longer has DRS. So we now have 5 laps where there might be leapfrog from these guys. So that'll be some interesting strategy.
A little squirmish out of the hairpin.
You can see the overtake there. He's trying to use... The ERS is severely low. He's trying... He might even think a spoon. Not a great idea. But picks the safer line. Jacob Meister reminding us Matzoid is yet to get a podium. This could be the Gasly moment. Obviously not first, but his best finish has been 5th. So let's have a look here. As we hit the main straight, it'll be interesting to see. Let's have a look at that. All 3 on very severely low ERS. There goes the wing. Now, Potsy does have quite a massive gap right now, as Matt Dabry looks. It's all about the exit speed here. Matt's a lot better, Jesus. And we've got a Sector 2 yellow flag, and Smitty is retired from the session. I think that's a crash. And it is. And it's a safety car. It's a full-blown safety car.
Oh.
So that is quite a massive... that's a massive hit. That's going to be Gus Rules. You'll be able to see... Oh, my God, he's upside down.
He's what?
The car is upside down.
What did he do?
The car...
PTR slipping. PTR has a massive slip. He's in the gravel.
Oh my God. Look at that. He's upside down. What in the world happened to put him upside down? No wonder it's a safety car. But
Yeah, sorry. PTR just had a massive slip in coming into the hairpin, hit the gravel, lost quite a bit of time.
He's hanging there like a cow. So here's the problem now, right? This is lap 23 or 27, and now all of the work that PTR has put in is gone.
Yes.
So the safety car's going to come out, everyone's going to accordion up, they're going to bunch up, and then this restart is going to be insane. Because now, Potsy, Mattoid, Matt Dabry, and PTR all have a straight fight for first.
PTR didn't pit?
No, he did not. Potsy did. PTR did not. So that's an interesting move, because... So Potsy and Matt Dabry or pit, Mattoid decides to stay out. I don't know if that's the move. Everyone is pitting right now.
Flyboy not pitting either.
All I know is this is going to get good. All right. So we'll watch now as PTR follows the Mercedes safety car around the track. Here's another question too. How many laps does it stay out? Because obviously it'll come in before...
I think it can only stay out 2 laps. It has to. There has to be. I think there has to be 3 laps.
Oh no way! So Gus Rules trying to unlap himself ends up getting pinged. Oh my god! F1, you are the worst. This game sometimes. So Gus Rules just got disqualified. He tried to unlap himself, but because, and you can see his car parked off the side of the road there, because the safety car didn't have the green light telling him to go past, it counts as an overtake under yellows, and it counts as a disqualification. So that's incredibly frustrating. Incredibly frustrating. You have to time that right. So Mugello vibes intensifies. So just to talk on that. So what was really, really dumb about Mugello is where the safety car line ends, and where the start finish line is. That was really, really dangerous, because you would be stupid to restart the race as the lead driver at where the safety car line ends, because you're just going to get overtaken straight away. That's why they had to bunch up, and the problem was when you do that, everyone at the back can't tell. So by the time you take off, there's an accordion in the middle, everyone's going full space, and that's what you get. You get a massive, just a massive accident. So we're down to 12 drivers.
Yeah, now this race is really interesting. Matt Dabry and Potsy both pitting, obviously. Pacey deciding not to pit. He says 4-lap old soft, so he's back in contention now. I don't know if pitting was the right call, because it's not very easy to overtake here. The only real safe place you could do it easily is down the main straight.
I think this is going to be a 1-lap dash, so I think pitting was the wrong move. So Matzoid may have just absolutely big-brained his way to second.
And Flyboy, that looked like he might have gotten terrible points, might actually end up on the podium.
Well, let's have a look here. He has 3 seconds of penalties. That would be a...
Never mind.
That would be a miracle.
That's going to kill him.
If everybody crashes behind him or something. But yeah, it looks like it'll be a last lap dash. Considering where everybody is right now, FIBA is the only car not caught up in the pack. I would assume that the safety car will come in this lap. So maybe we'll get 2 laps out of it. But if not, it's going to be difficult to initiate a move. However, it's the only chance. So if they do, it's going to be a wild dash to the end. So yeah, we'll try and monitor it as best we can, but there's going to be attacks and moves everywhere. The real question will be, can PTR hold out this lead and take the win here? And we'll see if Matzoid can finish second. Excellent points for AlphaTauri if that's the case.
Oh yeah.
As Gus Rules unfortunately was disqualified with that earlier transgression.
Oh man, this is going to be awesome. These last 2 laps are going to be fantastic.
It's crazy. The first 3, so PTR and Matzoid are on hard tyres, and then Potsy all the way down is soft. So Potsy's going to be trying to absolutely blast every single bit of performance from the car. Since they've all been through a bunch of safety car laps, their ERS is going to be completely charged. Safety car is in this lap. We will have 2 laps of full-on racing to determine the end of this race. And my question will be, when does PTR pull this trigger?
Oh, if I was him, I'd hold it. Hold it as long as you can. Those tyres are not fresh.
He's done it there. Outside the triangle. Here we go. And we cross the line and start lap 26.
Potsy got
And we have a look.
Sleeping.
There we go. Potsy's going up on the inside of Flyboy. That might just make the move. Terrible camera. There we go. So Potsy makes it. Pacey up on the inside now. So is Matt Dabry. Big Al combined. T-Mac, Bandcamp, and Fever there at the end.
Oh, Pacey and Flyboy side by side through this. As Pacey gets past Matt Dabry on the grass, Matt Dabry spins.
Oh, there's the red ball at the back. And we got a yellow flag there. And unfortunate for Matt Dabry. So that is one less opponent there that PTR has to worry about. Have a look at that. 1.3 seconds already.
Matt Dabry is going to be absolutely gutted with that.
Oh, Apollo's trying to squeeze on the inside of the hairpin. Will the softs give him the advantage he needs? They both have penalties. Whoa, squeezing him out. Now they're going to fight all the way to Spoon.
Potsy on Matt Zoid squeezes him out and takes second place.
Potsy has incredible pace, but does he have 1.5 seconds in a lap pace? That's a question, and we will find out. I don't think so. I think PTR might have this in the bag, but again, we're not sure. Apollo Pepsi now chasing down. Let's have a look. He'll be looking for an overtake here through 130. It's a tight fit. He tries to go up on the Cassian triangle. Outside. That'll mean he'll have Favor coming towards the line. Great move. Jesus.
Oh,
Made that look easy. Apollo Pepsi goes straight out. Now he'll be chasing down Pacey there. Big Al. He might actually have a sure fight in this as well.
Yep.
Big Al already served the penalty. So he moves up into 6th place. Great move. And this is it. The mad dash to the end. Combined and T-Mac now in this battle as well. They're trying to fight for 8th.
Wow.
Oh, T-Mac. So Flyboy looks like he's holding the cars behind.
Flyboy.
There are going to be so many battles to pay attention to.
Struggling a lot. He's sliding everywhere.
Just keeping an eye on these cars. Combined is close. Looks to go on the inside of the hairpin. There's a massive lockup. And the Mercedes is going to hold up T-Mac. I don't know if T-Mac's going to be able to switch back to the end. He won't. So Combined's going to get a decent gap between himself and the Williams.
Potsy, 4/10 off PTR, making up more than a second that lap.
So here's the crazy bit. We're going to switch to the front here because there might be some absolute insane banzai overtaking here at Suzuka. Potsy has one chance. He has to try and get this done at the triangle. PTR's going to look for any defensive move he can. He locks up the brakes intensely. It's all the way down to the end. PTR squeezing it out. But Potsy with the fresher tyres and the ERS. And it looks like he's taking the win. What a move. What a move.
Just like to point out that that is PTR's first podium, also Matt Zoid's first podium. Congratulations, guys.
What a move! Let's see if we caught the rest of that. Oh, it's cut just too early. That's a shame, but Jesus, Potsy had so much speed coming through the end there, and I figured he was going to do it, and you know what? Well deserved. Driver of the day as well. Because I was like, that is so much speed. The only thing he has to do now, he's gonna try a smash. Oh, okay. What? That is. I'm sorry. That is the lamest podium celebration I've ever seen. But it is well deserved. It is well deserved. That was great. Oh man.
1.4 seconds in a lap.
Absolute bonsai, man. I was just like, yeah, he's gonna go up on the inside. But what a lockup! And then of course having those fresh softs. Oh, Jesus, right at the end. Okay, so Potsy will take the win there. Look at that, 0.079 between them. That is unfortunate. PTR drove an excellent race, excellent strategy, and it was that safety car that undid everything. But that's essentially racing. So, but an excellent drive nonetheless. Matt Zoid will take 3rd on the podium. So, congratulations to you, sir. Big Al, a very unfortunate race earlier, but good points coming up in 4th. Combined and T-Mac, a great battle between those, but Combined came out on top. Took out 5th, 6th, respectively. Apollo, Bandcamp, Pacey, and Fever will round out that top 10. An unfortunate race for Gus Rules getting disqualified at the end there for something that, I mean, let's face it, there was nothing wrong, but yay, Codemasters. And Smitty and Sid both crashing out. So, hopefully you guys have enjoyed that. That was an intense finish. But don't go anywhere, because Tier 2 is just around the corner. We're going to take a short break, but we'll catch you afterwards.
See you guys there.
Goodbye for now.
I'm so quick to hit ignore. Buku bitches in my bed. I got scales all on my floor. I got money on the line, plus I'm clocking that galore. I got bitches kissing bitches, all them bitches go explore. I'm feeling way up. Well, fuck it, I stay up. Put your bitch on my Snapchat. When I fuck up, I make her. She want a chance with me, cause she know I'm a rapper. I give a dick, but I never get feelings, cause shawty, I know what you after. Okay, they watching me, they watching me, they watching me. They watching me, they watching me, they watching me. They watching me, they watching me, they watching me. They watching me, they watching me, they watching me. Get hit in my section at 12, gon' find your ass way in New Orleans. Watch a little bit, I'm jugging. Dissect your hand if your hand in my puttin'. Put two in your man if your man keep a looking. Act like a pussy, your panties get tookin'. I'm not the type to go fuck with them niggas who fuck with them niggas who stay on some fuck shit. Young and trappin' out the bando. From the ceiling fan to the damn floor, tryna stack my money up. Cause that's the only way we can go. Tell my mama that I'm okay. See the money coming through the doorway. Got a bad bitch with a lot of money, that's foreplay. Okay, they watching me, they watching me, they watching me. They watching me, they watching me, they watching me. They watching me, they watching me, they watching me. They watching me, they watching me, they watching me.
Ticking, time is over. Before you know you're older. So sober, alone, but you getting my cold shoulder. You crying like it's rain. You causing all the pain. No closure, I'm colder. You getting nothing, Joker.
Get down.
Before you know you're older, you getting my cold shoulder. No closure, I'm colder. She getting nothing, Joker. Clock's ticking, time is over. Before you know you're older, so sober, alone. You getting my cold shoulder. You crying like it's rain. You causing all the pain. No closure, I'm colder. She getting nothing, Joker. Joker. Joker, 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 Joker. Clock's ticking, time is over. Before you know you're older, so sober, alone. You getting my cold shoulder. You crying like it's rain. You causing all the pain. No closure, I'm colder. You getting nothing, Joker.
We're not the same, we're not the same. We're not the same, we run everything. We're not the same, we're not the same. They ain't got us running through these veins. Make way for the king.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Just had a short break there from the end of Tier 1, which was, what a hell of a race. But, done and dusted. We're here for Tier 2. So, of course, same place, same track. Round 18, Suzuka International Circuit. And let's see if Tier 1 has set any precedent for tonight. I'd love to see something like that again here in Tier 2. That would be fantastic. Alright, so we'll just get everything set up as usual. 18 minutes on that clock. I'll be joined by Gus Rules, who will be back in a moment. I believe he's just checking up on the weather.
Yes, I'm here. Yep.
No, he's here. All right. So what's our weather look like?
So far, it looks like dry quali and dry race.
Okay.
You'll notice Lick has just retired. He's serving a qualifying ban for Singapore.
Just about to ask that, but yes, so qualifying ban, and we can see the majority of drivers now coming out. I believe it was one of the Williams. If I had to take a guess, I'm going to say it was Sim Dogger. I'm wrong. It was Trin. So Trin is out ahead. So what we'll do is we'll jump on board with said driver, and we'll wait for him to make his way around, and we'll watch that flying lap. So, Gus, your expectations coming into this race for Tier 2?
Well, I'm pretty happy to see that Stars has been able to make this one. Has worked today, so he had to sprint home, but he's made it. So that's really good for the top fight for the championship in Tier 2. So obviously we had a change of the lead with Sim Dogger taking it after Russia. So I think he's 5 points in front of him now. So I'm expecting a really good battle between those two. But yeah, I think from what we've kind of seen from the rest of the season, kind of expect those top guys. Sim Dogger, I think so we've got Trin around there as well. London, they're all kind of there or thereabouts in that top 4, top 5. Usually one of the McLaren drivers is in that 5th position if they don't have any troubles. So I'd expect that kind of order at the top in quali. How it plays out in the race, not sure. Anything could happen here in Japan, as we saw in the Tier 1 race a bit earlier tonight.
So, Combat in the chat there, what is the strat? So, from my understanding, it's either soft to hard, or you can go medium to soft at the end, depending on how long you stretch those mediums. I guess. Or was it medium hard that some of the drivers did? They did a safety car, so they all switched.
Yeah, it's a bit tricky. I think the ideal strat most people are going on was the soft to hard, so stopping around like 8. Because the mediums can't quite make the distance if you qualify on the softs. You have to pit slightly too early to make the mediums work. You might see some guys who are outside the top 10 try a soft-medium strategy with being able to push those softs a little bit longer. But I'd say most people are going to be running a soft-medium. Soft-hard.
So Trin making his way through the snake up towards Degna 1. Crazy turn in there, down through the gears. Nice use of the AstroTurf on the left. So crazy corners, those. They'll spit you out if you're not careful. Then we hit into the hairpin.
Yeah, those curves are lethal. If you take too much and just have a little bit too much throttle, it will spit you out pretty hard.
I'm still yet to see. I'm hoping. But I'm still yet to see how Smitty flipped his car.
Because yeah, that was something else. I came around the hairpin and see the Mercedes upside down. It was just how did that even happen?
It was absolutely whack. But Yeah, and that caused a safety car, which ended up causing one of the most intense finishes to a race I've seen here at AFR. So, yeah, it was a great race from everyone. But Jesus, Potsy just eked it out right at the end there. So here we go. Trin will come round at the Casio Triangle, hook onto the inside of the track, as it is the shortest line, and we will start with a 1:26.6. Now, I believe his teammate is just behind. He'll cross the line, and we'll... What's he going to set? Did he even set a time? What?
I don't think he did. We've got Stars crossing the line with a 1:27.0.
Oh, he must have invalidated.
Yeah, it says that he's finished a lap, but he's got no time recorded, so
Yeah.
I'd say he's invalidated.
Fair enough. So so Stars there in second with a 1:27.0. Quantum Effect 1:27.5. Artanis with a 1:27.6. Baitmate 1:28.2. Saxa with a 1:28.7. Go Kart, which I believe is one of the reserve drivers, with a 1:28.8. Keeper and Bully 1:28.8 and 1:29.5 respectively. I believe that Mika just set a time there with a 1:28.0, just behind his teammate. Thank you for the follow, Clone, and also NSG and Dorix. You ended up you were doing that during the break, but I saw that, so thank you for the follow.
Just noticing that Pondon hasn't yet come out of the pits. He's currently sitting with the medium tyres selected, so I'm not sure if he just hasn't switched over to the softs yet, or if he's planning to just do a single run on the mediums. But it'll be interesting to watch and see how that plays out a bit later in the session. So everyone else seems to be pretty committed to the soft qualifying strategy.
Oh, Pondon wasn't even in the game.
Oh, he wasn't in a session. All right, well, that answers that then.
That answers that. Okay, so that makes sense. All right, so just jumping on board now with Psycho, who is coming through the Casio Triangle now to start his flying lap. His teammate, Stars, 1:27.0, currently sitting second. We'll see where Psycho can put himself on this track. He's, from what I understand, he is relatively quick. I'm not sure where he'll land, but we'll find out. Oh, much tighter through first corner. We go up through Snake into anti-banked. The corner names of Suzuka are so hilarious, because half of them are just sponsored.
So I think Stars has actually gone out with a reasonable fuel load. This is his third lap on this set of tyres, so I wonder if he may be a bit short on practice for this race. Maybe he wasn't expecting to be able to make it. Might just be using qualifying to get a bit extra time. Yeah, it looks like he's backed out of the lap.
Set to yellow flag there.
Oh, unless he's setting up for a tow on the back straight.
Oh,
for his teammates.
cheeky.
Coming through the spoon now.
Cheeky. I can see it too. Here we go.
Mercedes.
Look at
Can't
this.
quick enough. You don't need to do this.
Bono, my teammate, is ahead. Have a look at this spot. Except now does he... Oh, and there's the hard
It's gonna
break.
distract him. Yeah, he's gone
Yeah.
deep. Oh, it was a bit late.
So that might be a strong, but it's probably a strong time. Let's have a look in the 27s. So it's a 1:28.0. It's a 1:28.0. So it was a good idea, but it looks like that last just back off at the Casio Triangle, he locked up and bled a lot of time. So it's a rough one.
Yeah, it's just so hard to orchestrate because, like, sure, it's great when you're on straight, but then what happens when you get into the braking zone? Like, you want to give them as much of a slipstream as possible, but if you don't get out of the way early enough, that's exactly what we just saw can happen.
So I'm going to assume then that Psycho is going to do the same for his teammate.
That would be the fair thing to do.
Yep, that would definitely be the fair thing to do. So, as we spoke earlier, Pondon is on the medium tyre. He's coming across the line now. We'll stay on board now for a flying lap. We'll see where he ends up. But a medium tyre start is a very interesting choice. I think this is just to set a bench, and then I think he'll come out on the softs.
Yeah, it's possible he could be saving a set of softs for the race. If there is a safety car, he might be wanting to keep one fresh set to jump onto, but yeah. I think you can only do 3-time laps here at Japan, so he could have gone for the soft tyre strategy for the weekend. That would have given the extra set. course, if you've done a lot of practice on the soft tyre, you risk not having as much grip as you expect going through some of these turns, and it can end a little bit sour.
Oh, mate, that's all right. Staying out of the way. That's nice speed, actually. Pondon's keeping really good speed through there. Oh, and the front just escaped from him a little bit.
Spoon.
But he caught it. And that's how you know he's pushing. That's how you know people are pushing. It's when they're testing the limits. Now, here's the problem. Saxon might be in a... Oh, it's another... Was that...
I don't know, time, but this hasn't worked
I
out.
think it's too far forward. But it's good to see the teamwork.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, and there's the... Yep, there's the torque spin,
and
so...
That's exactly what I'm talking about. Like, the medium tyre is not going to have as much grip in those low speed corners where you've really got to get on the throttle as early as you can.
Alright, well, I think I'll jump on with stars now. So, 8 minutes, 28 seconds left on the clock there. Trin on provisional pole, 126.609. His teammate yet to set a time. Jacob Meister as well.
Simdog is just coming around into Spoon now, so we'll be able to give you a provisional time in a second. But yeah, he's under the pump already, having invalidated his first run. Should still get another one in after this, pretty comfortably. Yeah, so 109.9 at Sector 2. Sector 2 is coming up purple on the graphic for me, so this could be a good lap.
Just having a look now. So Stars is coming out, but his teammate is still in the pits, so no toe.
And yeah, Simdog is set to 126.249, so that's a stonking lap there from Sim.
He will take provisional pole from his teammate, but I believe that Stars might have something to say about that. So we'll stay on board as he's got a flying lap. Now, both Williams have locked out the front row. As of now, Combat.
Oh, McLaren getting in the way.
That might have been an issue. We'll see. We'll just have a look at this sector one time. We'll come around Dunlop towards Degner 1, and we'll have an indication as to how far up. And he's down on his time. Yeah, so that might have... Ooh, and he gets the drift there. So this will not be a pole-setting lap. And as we speak, Artanis splitting up the Williams there with a 126.27. So unfortunately, this will not be the lap that Stars is after. Having said that, I can only assume he'll try again. And Psycho will probably help him do that. Oh, way too much on the inside there.
Yeah, it's a risky curve to take that one. If you take a little bit too much and get on the throttle too early, it will spin you right round.
Yeah, and he's backing off. Yep, he's backing off. He's going slow to avoid, I'm assuming, combined there. Oh, combat, sorry. Now, is he going to attempt another, or is he coming into the pits? Yeah, he'll come into the pits there. That's fair. That's fair. Alright, so that means we'll switch with
So we've got
combat.
Bryn on a flying lap, just coming into the final corners now.
We'll keep an eye on that time. And it looks like that... do I see that map properly? Sim's giving him a toe as well?
No, I think he didn't quite catch him. He sets a...
I think he went...
26.6. Did he not improve?
No, I think he went into the pits.
Yeah,
Oh, no, that was Simdog, sorry. Yeah, so
Yeah.
Trin hasn't improved there. Or he's invalidated.
What Simdog right at the final chicane, so they didn't get the advantage of a total like the Mercedes boys did.
And combat is severely lacking on this lap now, so that's not going to be an improvement. We'll go to his teammate, who is reserve driver here, go-kart.
Combined asking, did you say combined instead of combat? Yes, it's combined
Yes.
driving tonight.
That's right. I saw the McLaren, and I spazzed. But it is...
Or combat YouTuber a bit earlier as well.
Yeah, that's it, yeah. So the majority of drivers now in the pit. Everyone has set a time. Bully currently at the bottom. 16th there with a 129.5. He'll be looking to improve. Keeper with a 128.888. So Simdogger, provisional pole. 4 minutes 40 left on that clock. Trin is on a lap right now.
entrance in the pits, I think.
No, he's going into the
coming
pits.
out.
Yeah, just saw him on the map there. So we'll jump on here with Go-Kart in the second McLaren. His teammate, 10th at the moment, 127.9. So he is down on his time by about a tenth. We'll see if he can pick it up in the rest of the track at all. Thank you for
Very
the
close
follows,
to
Gary.
validating.
Ooh, takes a little bit of an excursion through Spoon. Didn't invalidate though, which is interesting. He had all 4 tyres outside.
Yeah, I think the game must have figured he's lost enough time going out that wide, having to get right out of the throttle. He may have backed out of this lap.
Yeah, I think he'll go into the pits from here. Yep,
Yeah.
it's a smarter idea. So we'll
Oh,
jump
Nut
on
getting a
board.
toe off the Ferrari on the back straight.
Currently sitting on a 128.665. We'll see how much of an improvement he gets. Across the line. Shoots up to 10th there, joins his teammate. 127.8. So we'll currently on board with Quantum Effect, who is just making his way around on the outlap. Only driver representing Racing Point, as Liquid will have to serve his qualification ban. Sector 2 yellow flag, looks like it's the Alfa Romeo. So 1 minute 58, it's going to be down to last call. So we'll have to keep an eye on all of these laps. Here we go, combine, oh sorry, Quantum Effect. Jesus, combined, get out of my head. You're ruining it. All of the syllables. Alright, so Quantum Effect, starting his flying lap. Currently 6th. Where will he improve? The
Sax
Saxer.
has lost it in the S's. It
Sax.
looks the same place where we had Sid retire in Tier 1, I think.
Through Sector 1. Oh, just 300ths down on his time. He can make this back. Oh, we've got yellow flags through all sectors.
We got a mighty train of cars on just before 130R, all jostling for position. Got 8, 9 cars on outlaps at the moment, so a bit of traffic to negotiate at the moment. There's only
So-
1 car in the pits.
Top 4, all on outlaps. This is going to be a straight shot to the end, and it'll be very, very interesting to see what this will develop. So we'll stay on board with Quantum. We'll see where he can put himself as we see one of the Simdogger just backing up there.
We haven't seen Pondon set a time yet on the softs as well, so he's currently in 7th position, so expect him to jump up the order as well once he sets a time on this lap.
As Nut goes a little bit scenic there. So here we go into the DRS, across the line. Quantum Effect does improve for the one at 27.06. Enough to get him into 5th. Now, here we go. Trin, the first of the runners on track.
Purple first sector already. Oh, Tannis has gone off. The second Egner.
Yep, I did see that. And he's still off the track there, trying not to impede.
Oh, he's just been disqualified. He's been
Oh,
disqualified. He went. Oh,
He
he's
would've
pointed
waited
the
it-
wrong way.
yeah.
And he was waiting for the McLaren to go through.
Yeah, that's rough.
Oh, what a shame.
That is rough. Unfortunate there. Trying to be the good Samaritan, not drive in front of anybody, but gets disqualified.
It's always really frustrating seeing the game do that. It's like people trying to do the right thing and they get punished.
Yeah. Thank you, Silvercross and Bucks Littlewood, for the follows. Here we go. So, Trent, provisional poll, 126.1. I believe Stars is ahead.
Notice as well there's no desync in the countdown
Pondon!
qualifying.
Oh no, the drift!
Yes,
The drift!
1.5.
Stars drifts into the pit lane. That's rough. That's not going to get him anywhere. So fifth will be as best as he can do. Bully takes the scenic route as well. Simdogger will come across the line. Will he beat his teammate? No! 126.164. So Trin will take Trin will take pole rather. But Pondon shooting right up there to third at the end. And we'll just have a quick look at this replay because that is very, very unfortunate. Here we go. So there's Stars. Comes around the Casio triangle, through the right, through the left. Puts the power down. And then just, a little bit too much torque. Straight into the pit lane, though.
We got Jacob up in P4 as well. Did a great lap there with 126.8. So
Absolutely
he's
great
definitely
lap.
snuck in there.
Great
Yeah,
lap.
disappointing to see Stars just outside the top 4.
Quantum
Man.
Effect. Yeah, Quantum Effect,
Yeah.
Combat Rat, Psycho, Mika, Baitmate take out the top 10. Unfortunate there for Artanis, who did get disqualified. Very unfortunate, he'll have to start at the back there. And Liquid, of course, serving a ban. Bully, Go-Kart with a 128.8. Keeper, Saxa, not. So, very interesting development there from the top 4. But Pondon, shoots right up there to third. And Jacob Master, sneaking up there in the second row. Really, really good. Williams won too. Yeah, well, I'm not really surprised. I mean, I am because Stars has the pace to combat those. And so does Artanis. And both of them bottled it. Artanis was not really, a fault with the disqualification, but Stars just a bit too much torque. So. But that's qualifying, sure. Suzuka has a ton of things up its sleeve. We'll see just where they end up. We still have 27 laps of this beautiful track to decide the final result.
It was great to have the qualifying countdown actually be accurate this time. We've got one of the drivers hosting this session, so makes our lives a bit easier trying to predict when the session's actually going to end.
Yeah, I've also noticed that the start lights are correct. However, the first 2 laps, the timings are weird. So, yeah, you win some, you lose some. Someone please drag Mika into the Alpha VC.
Yep, just done, FIBA.
There you go, perfect. Look at that. Alright, so Trin will carry this grid around the track. Slow lap, put up warmth in the tyres and brakes, make sure everything is good. And then we will get this race underway. 27 laps. Home of the rising sun. And it's out in full force. Not for Tier 1. Tier 1 was a little bit of a scare, but no rain. But for Tier 2, it is shining brightly. So no worry of rain at all. But the real shame there is Artanis at the back, starting on mediums. But that'll be interesting to see how well he can climb up this grid.
Yeah, only 2 drivers starting on the medium tyres, got Nut and Artanis, and everyone else has opted to go on the softs. So, man,
Matt Dabry.
not all.
Matt Dabry saying Artanis P1. You heard it here first. Okay, we'll see.
I mean, we saw Checo Perez do it.
Damn, come on, Perez. No, it took you 100. Was it 180 or 190 races?
Fair few. Yeah, it took Mark Webber's record of
Yeah.
most races before a win.
Also, going to Red Bull. Let's go. I mean, feel bad for Albon a little bit. But,
Also.
Also, Perez deserves to be in F1. Let's be real. Potty, Tannis. Well, there's your predicted pit stop strategy. Thank you, F1 Insights. You're always correct. So, soft to hards from lap 9 to 10, or a double soft hard to... nobody's doing that. Let's see. Pondon P3, what? Yeah. He got up there. Artanis P1, turn 1. You heard it here first. Artanis P1, turn 1. You realise it's like 250 metres or something to the turn, right?
Jump the start. Why not?
Yeah, well, that's true. Yeah, if you jump the start, what's that, 10 seconds, right? Yeah, you can make 10 seconds off that. Easy. Easy bees. Williams will take each other out turn 1. I really hope not, because that is devastating. If that's the case. T-Mac will tell them to pit on lap 1 for wet. Alright, here we go. So the race is ready to go. You can hear the lights. There are the 5. And they're out, and we're away. Trin with a pretty decent start. Simdogger right beside, but Stars is the star of the show, I guess. Goes right up on the outside, or the inside rather. They might come together. He ends up putting the car into the grass, but it's working pretty well so far. Quantum Effect up in a 6 bait, mate. Oh, the AlphaTauri gets forced off the track, I believe, by, I think it was the sister team there, but I'll have to verify. Combat Rat. Psycho up in 9th as well. Saxa running out the top 10. And thank you again, F1 Insights. We've adjusted the strategy. There's Artanis and Mika swap places as well.
Yeah, pretty conservative start for Artanis at the back. I watched him go in between the racing point and I think it was the Haas, and he backed right out of that line because he obviously wanted to get through without any wing damage. So I did see a few bits of carbon fibre flying off.
Have a look at
is
Keeper
Artanis
here.
really-
Oh, hold on a minute. Yeah, so Artanis goes out wide. Keeper taking the advantage of Nut here. He's going to make it work. Yeah, slots in at 11th just nicely there. But the real question here is Simdogger. Does Simdogger have damage? He does. He's missing an end plate.
Oh no. It's happened quite a few times. Saw him in the first lap. We've also got the Red Bull of Nut has got some wing damage, an end plate missing.
So a massive gap at the back there. Artanis going to jump Bully for... Oh, they're fighting for it.
Red Bull out.
They're fighting for it. Oh no.
Oh, we've got 3 cars going off the second last corner. So we've got Nut, Lick and Bully. All of them have wing damage. I think the Haas has lost his complete front wing. No, just a bit of end plate damage.
Artanis jumped to 12th with that. Or 11th, sorry. He just overtook Keeper coming into turn 1. Well, that's a crazy development. And they're all pitting. Yeah, that looks like it was a massive hit. So looking at some of these times, Artanis is pushing, and he's pushing hard. Quantum Effect's going to want to jump here now. He's looking to get Simdogger. Oh, the inside of Degner. You don't do that. Pulls out just in time. But he does want to jump this. Let's have a look. Into the hairpin. He's looking on that inside. Simdogger's blocking. So he'll have to work extra hard because of all that damage. He'll have to work harder just because of that end plate. But I wonder if it's going to affect his handling that much.
Yeah, we've got a little bit of a timing bug at the moment, showing Mika as being our race leader, but he was in the pits with Lick and Bully, so our actual race leader is Trin, who's currently showing P4.
Yeah, it'll probably get fixed when they cross the line next.
That corrects itself. Next lap.
Yeah, it's happening now. So Trin shoots up there, and when he crosses the line, we'll have proper timing there as Simdogger takes the position back. There was a little bit of a trade through 130R. The camera didn't give us a great shot, but Simdogger does take it back. And lap 3, which means DRS is now enabled, as indicated by the slight beep. And Psycho will take Baitmate up on the inside to the first corner. Jesus, Combat and Saxa are fighting through there as well. But,
yeah, Tanner's sitting back behind him as well. As Renault nearly loses it. A lot of the S's.
Oh no! Stars picks up a 3-second time penalty. That's not going to go well. That's not what he needed.
Well for the race, so it's very unfortunate. Hopefully that doesn't affect the outcome of the race too much.
So Trin still in the lead of this race, 7 tenths. However, that penalty will put Stars way back. So Pondon's going to be the threat at the moment. As Artanis making his way through this grid, 11th at the moment. You can see 3 cars, and I guarantee you he's going to bonsai every single one of these.
got the racing point of Lick has retired. He's gone off at Dunlop, I believe.
Combat looked. Saxon looked as well. Look at this massive train. Let's jump on board with Artanis here. Oh, here we go. That's a lot faster. There's the DRS. Oh, it's a soft versus medium battle. Combat's trying to get the toe from Baitmate here. This might be a very messy turn. One! Oh, as Baitmate had to put on the brakes to keep the inside, and that's put Artanis off as well. So now there's like two small battles happening. Oh, as the Red Bull bumps into the back of Combat.
Now it becomes a 5-way battle with Keeper getting right on the back of the Renault. Dropped in single file now, going through the S's.
Oh, that's bad on. He's forced Artanis a little bit there as well. No damage, but Baitmate. Saxa took the rally route. Jesus. Keeper's all up in this as well. Okay, this might turn out bad. Okay, here we go. So Artanis goes, please get out of the way. I need to get past. Baitmate still wants the inside line. There's a little bit of contact, but it's all friendly. But Artanis is through. Now he'll be looking to chase down Combat. There's Saxa in prime position for attack as well. Oh, jeez. Okay, so Baitmate definitely slower through a lot of these sectors than some of these guys, and it's causing a little bit of issues. Saxa's going to have to... there he goes. Excuse me. Thank you. Now, I wonder if Keeper will do the same.
I'm just looking a little bit further forward. Psycho's getting pretty close to overtaking Simdog, who's still struggling on that broken front wing.
DRS flap is open. He'll be looking for an inside overtake. Ooh, does he?
Quite
Nope.
enough. And this is going to hurt Psycho as well, so Sim's not going to have the turn in of the quicker Mercedes behind him, so he's going to be losing a lot of time to Quantum up ahead.
Artanis just overtook Combat through turn 1 as well, so he goes up into 8th now.
Yeah, it's a mega drive so far from him. He's really given himself the best chance of getting back on the podium.
Psycho is really, really close here. It's putting a lot of pressure on the Williams. I wonder, what will it take for Simdogger to slip up? I can only imagine through the back stretch the Mercedes will have the legs. Matt Damian. Psycho, this is James. We need you to push. So Trin still holding a just under a 1 second lead. Oh, Simdogger going way wide there.
Yeah, he's really struggling in the medium speed corners.
But he's maintained that gap really, really well. Psycho not choosing to use ERS. He backs off there, but through the Casio triangle, and DRS will be a massive help. Ooh, a really bad exit for the Mercedes, though. There's the wing. Will he be able to catch him? No, he's not going to catch him by the end of that. So the Simdogger's doing a really good job here, staying ahead.
I mean, the lack of wing's going to give him more straight line speed, but yeah, it's going to really hold him up in the corners, but it is very tricky to overtake here, apart from that pit straight.
Keeper is doing a really good job to stay with this pack. So Sax is trying to get past Baitmate. Keeper wanting to stay close. Looking at some of these other times as well. It's just Psycho dancing there. Sax is looking really, really close. Baitmate goes very, very wide there through Dunlop. That's costing him time. But the problem is... Oh, as Combat picks up 3-second time penalty. That's not good. That's going to give Artanis a little bit more breathing room. But Saxa... Baitmate. He's extending the track. I wonder if he's just losing a bit of control, because I've noticed a couple of corners now he does go very, very wide.
Yeah, he doesn't have any wing damage, at least not that I can see, unless these tyres are starting to get pretty worn. We are getting about to that point where the softs, particularly if you qualified on them, will start to fade away.
There he goes. He'll make the overtake now. Will he make the overtake now? No. I would assume Baitmate's using overtake. Yep. On the ball there. Thank you for the follow, Gerald. Much appreciated. Sector 1, Sector 2, yellow flag. Looks like one of the Haas.
Uli off at the second Degner, but he's recovered. He's kept it out of the wall, I think. He's missing left end plate.
Here we go. The DRS will be surely enough. Let's have a look. Oh, he's blocking off that inside line. Sax is going to have to go on the outside. How does this go down? Oh, that is an amazing camera angle. And Saxa will take the position up into 9th place. Now it's Keeper's turn to try and catch up. However, he's dropped down for a second there. Was past the 1 second mark. That's not good. But while we're watching this, back up to the front of the grid, Pondon. 0.3 behind Jacob Meister. As Stars extends past that 1 second gap. Dancing on the line. PTR in the chat. Jacob is going to get Pondon. I mean, he's already got him. Matt Dabry, Artanis is going to get everyone as Bully retires from the session. So that is a massive accident. Let's have a look here. Trin22 will just jump on board.
I was on board with him at the time. He understeered.
Oh my god, he crashed into the pit lane!
Understeered, but yeah, thankfully no safety car.
Oh no. So that's a shame. As Stars comes into the pits and Pondon will overtake Jacob Meister coming into the first corner as Artanis sets a faster slap, so he has a fire lit in his belly. He really wants this to happen. So we are now down to 15 drivers, both Liquid and Bully, out of this race as Baitmate picks up a 5 second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. Not good. And
no, he just pit for the hard tyres, so I don't believe he crashed.
So Trin now in the lead of this race with a 3 second gap. And Artanis made it all the way from last place and he's currently 5th. So he's pushing. He is pushing.
He's pushing.
Jacob maintaining the half a second gap here to Pondon. Pondon knows what's coming. So we'll see how well the defensive line works, because once Jacob Meister gets that DRS, it's going to be pretty damn fast towards first turn.
Yeah, just looking at the RS levels as well, Pondon does not have much left at all, and Jacob has saved it up nicely. He should get in here, but they both come into the pits.
Okay, right. So there's the strategy call.
He's stayed out.
Where are these guys going to end up? Most likely Saxa? The pit window is open now. Saxa will stay out to avoid the double stack.
A little bit earlier than them, so you'd expect to be around that kind of 9th position.
Oh, does he come out just... Yeah, there it is there, yeah. So Pondon's just come out of the pits there as Go-Kart picks up a 5 second penalty, speeding in the pit lane. Matt Dabry, Artanis gets a free stop and comes out in the lead on softs, wins by 30 seconds. Okay, that's a prediction.
Still about 10 seconds behind Trin, so he's got a lot of work to do to make up that ground, but he's definitely given himself the best chance.
So lap 9 of 27, and the gaps have all exploded out. Trin now 7 seconds in the lead of this race as a bunch of the front runners come into pit. Quantum Effect currently in second. Artanis all the way up to third now. So what a great drive from him. Pondon and Jacob Meister are fighting there, both within a second of each other. I can only imagine they're going to be hot on the heels of Keeper in a moment. Matt Dabry, whether or not there is a safety car, Artanis will win. It's a bold...
We are Trin and Quantum Effect pitting now, and we have Artanis is in the lead of the race.
There we go.
That's the first. It's happened.
P1. As Keeper now pulls into the pits, and Stars sets the fastest lap of the race. So Trin comes out with a nice 2-second gap in front of Pondon. Effective leader. But Stars has to keep in mind he has a 3-second penalty. Keeping an eye on these times. Just going to jump back to 6th place here, watching Jacob Meister chase down Pondon, both on the hard tyre, both pit at the same time. So it's going to be a pretty even fight to the end. 17 laps in this race to go. This Baitmate picks up yet another 3-second time penalty. Tanner setting yet another fastest lap at 1:30.3, so he is trying very, very hard to punch out as much distance between himself and the rest of the grid. The Stars takes it from him, 1:30.09.
Further down the field, we've got Nut about to make a move on Go-Kart in McLaren.
Oh, it's going to be a weird one though. It's going to be a weird one though. Oh, has to lock up and everything.
Took a lot of curb as well. It's going to hurt his exit.
Oh, locks up in the first corner as well. So in through Snake. We'll see where he can attack, but he'll have to try and get it done at the hairpin, I think. It's the only safest place. Oh. Stay close behind, in through Degner. Depending on where the braking point is. There we go. Yeah, we'll see if he attacks him, maybe on the inside of the hairpin.
Good point by Peter. Slyko still hasn't pit yet. He's on his 10th lap old soft tyres. Maybe he's trying to do a soft medium strategy.
Oh, Simdogger! He picks up a 3-second time penalty now. Ooh, that's going to throw a wrench in the works. As Psycho pits, speak of the devil,
There
and he
goes.
shall pit.
And onto the mediums. So he did really well to last that long on the soft tyre.
Alright, I'm going to have to switch this real quick because Jacob Meister is flying behind Pondon here. Try to keep an eye on both of these battles. There's Artanis, 11 seconds ahead. Pondon getting a little bit too close on the inside curb there. Interestingly, only 2 drivers are within DRS range of each other, which is Jacob to Pondon and Nut to Go-Kart. Everyone else, these times have blown out pretty bad. I'm seeing 4 seconds, 5 seconds.
Yeah,
Majority is 1.
It's a really technical track, so I think we're starting to see a few mistakes cropping up by people as they start to get close. As we've got the Red Bull and the McLaren have gone off at Dunlop, and they've got a virtual safety car.
Okay.
Artanis is going to benefit from this. If he comes in right now, he's just outside the pit entry. Oh, it's a bit of indecision, but he does go into the pits.
Alright, let's have a look. We'll stay on board with Artanis here as the virtual safety car is live. From what I understand, Nut and Go-Kart, the Nut was trying to make a move there, and it looks like maybe there's been some contact, but Go-Kart is out of this race. We're down to 14 drivers. You can see the hards come on there. Artanis will jump out, and I think he might... Close. It's going to be incredibly close, but I think Stars is going to squeeze past. So is Trin. Let's have a look.
No. Oh, no.
So he'll block. He'll split Pondon and Jacob up. So this is actually pretty good. This is a good spot for him to be in. And there's the...
Could he have gone the mediums? Could the mediums have got him to the end? It would have given him a bit of extra performance against the rest around him on the hards.
Well...
His tyres are only going to be 3 laps newer than Jacob Pondon. Trin's only 2 laps older than Artanis' tyres, but Stars is on 4-lap-old hard, so yeah, this is going to be interesting to see how it plays out. But could he have jacked on onto the? Oh no, he started on the mediums. He had to swap.
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
thinking
yeah.
while you're talking, I'm going, wait, what do you mean the mediums again? What?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
that's okay. So Baitmate just got a drive-through for speeding under VSC, which is a shame. But now, looking at all these, so Stars has to try and get a 3-second buffer between him and Trin. I don't know if I see that happening. Trin is awfully close. Pondon, 3 seconds to him. Artanis splitting him and Jacob up. So everyone's now 1 second out of each other. Mika.
Meek hit, pretty close to keeper, but probably not close enough to get anything done in the next lap or so.
But Artanis.
He's now inside it,
Yeah, I was just about to say. He doesn't get DRS because at the detection zone he was outside at the time, but he's pushing hard, and he will maintain that gap. So next time round he will have it. As Mika blows up past that 1 second mark now. So Artanis is now within DRS. Only one person with that feature available. Artanis might get P2 or even the win if he can match Trin's pace, because Stars has a pay. Yeah.
Yeah, so at the moment, Trin is our effective race leader with that 3-second penalty that Stars has, so makes it a little bit easier for Artanis to try and get up there, but it's a lot of hard work to do. He's currently about 5 seconds behind Trin.
Artanis is just straight up flying. I'm thinking he's got the 2019 Ferrari engine in there. Can't verify
A
it.
bit of oil, yeah.
I can't verify it, but Jesus. Look at that, 3/10 as he goes through 130R. So he'll definitely have DRS. It's going to be short work. As long as he keeps the exit speed up, it'll be short work on the straight. I spoke too soon.
His hards will still be a little bit cold. He tried to get on the throttle a little bit too enthusiastically and nearly lost the rear.
Having said that, Jacob is inching ever closer to Artanis as well, as Simdogger sets the fastest lap.
Yeah, after getting his front wing repaired, he's dropped down to 7th position, but he's obviously got a bit of pace. It does have that 3-second penalty against his name, so he's got a lot of work to do to gain some more points.
So we are past the halfway mark, lap 15 of 27. London is dancing with the grass here. It's Jacob is trying as best as he can to sneak into that DRS zone. Yeah, he can maintain it. He's just got to... We'll have a look. Mika and Keeper fighting really, really well for a couple of laps now. At the back there. No overtake, as you can see.
Simdogger gets another 3-second penalty. So he's pushing pretty hard to try and make up some ground, but got to do it cleanly or it's going to come back to bite you.
Alright. Does he keep the torque down? Much better! Much better from the Alfa Romeo!
Job done now. Just looking back though, Jacobs picked up DRS as well, so great effort from him to get in range.
Oh, goes into the pit lane. Don't mind if I do.
Oh,
Pondon almost lost
a
that
little bit early.
front wing. But that's the job done, and now Jacob Meister is awfully close. We'll have a quick look at that replay. As we see Artanis. And there he goes. Look at that. All the way through. So it's a great job by him. He's now up in 3rd place. I wonder if Jacob Meister will be able to attack Pondon as well. Now that has bunched up a lot closer. And we're seeing some of the gaps start to close. Simdogger's catching up to Quantum Effect as Baitmate picks up... Jesus, how many does he have now?
He's serving one of them at the moment.
13 seconds.
He's got some wing damage as well. He's getting fixed up.
Pondon is losing a lot of time here. 1.3 seconds now. Something's up there.
Yeah, we saw this happen at Russia last week. He on the harder compounds, it seems that he kind of struggles for pace. Like he shows really good times on the softer compounds, but yeah, the harder ones, I don't know, he just doesn't have the race pace that the others seem to have.
So here we go, Jacob Meister. He's going to be very careful of that exit. It's not the best. As Artana sets a fastest lap, he's flying that kid. Here we go. Pondon keeping the inside line. Oh, it was close. The tyres almost touched, but they didn't. But Jacob Meister now moves up into fourth, so Pondon is going to have to really work to get this back.
And just behind as well, Simdoggo's got past Quantum Effect for P6, although he does have 6 seconds of penalties against his name.
Mika is fighting down that main straight. I think he might just catch Keeper now. There's DRS.
I don't know. Mattia Benotto might be on the radio on the top
Oh,
position.
he's going to get him. He's looking for a position there. Mika's going to go on the outside. Oh, they've been battling for like 5 laps. And yet he's just can't seem to put the nail in the coffin there. So the key question now. So Stars has 3 seconds, right? And Trin is currently 2.3 behind. Artanis is setting fastest laps. So it's fairly reasonable to assume Artanis might catch Trin here. But I wonder if the fighting might allow Stars to get that 3-second gap.
Yeah, that's the thing. He's really got to get past Trin pretty quickly as soon as he catches him. The other thing to bear in mind as well is how much of this traffic is going to be hurting Artanis' tyres. While they are a good 5 laps younger than Star's tyres, how much rubber have they burnt trying to get past all these guys? So putting in fastest lap after fastest lap is not going to be doing too kindly for them. It is a very hard track on the fronts.
Mock-ups there from the Alpha.
Mika's a lot closer this time around behind Keeper.
Keep a try. Oh,
Oh, he does the same thing again and holds position. Keeper's defending out of his skin.
it's the closest battle on track. It's for P12. But Artanis, keep an eye on that clock. He's now dipping on sub 2. Thank you for the follow, Axel. Much appreciated. Got a lot of followers tonight. It's good. It's good to see a good turnout. So Trin, it's dancing close. Trin is it's increasing ever slightly, but Artanis is decreasing. It's now 1.7. I wonder if we see a late safety car, just like Tier 1, or if everyone can manage to not crash.
Oh! Mika has got the move done. Oh. Keeper ran out very wide at 130R, and Mika's lost it in the final corner. All that hard work.
I'm not going to lie, I am slightly frustrated this is still going. You would think it would be done, but it's not. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to jump back up here to Artanis for a minute. Keep an eye on the battle for 12th there. Or 11th, rather. Looks like someone's come off. Lap 19 and 27. PTR, I feel for you, my man, because you drove an absolutely bonkers race. And that safety car, albeit created quite a show for us, was not the best for you. And I thought you could squeeze it out at the end there, but far out Potsy was fast, man. Those softs gave him such an advantage.
Condon right on the back of Jacob here on the pit straight with DRS.
Oh, he sneaks. Look how lightning that was.
Found some pace again, Condon, so it's really good from him.
Well done. Up in a fourth now. And have a look at Artanis. He's within the 1 second mark of Trin.
Yeah, he's absolutely driving out of his skin, Artanis. He's doing so well. He was 10 seconds behind Trin when he came out of the pits.
Mate picks up another 3 second. What's that put him on now? 11. He's served penalties too, don't forget. So that's rough.
He had a drive through and a 5 second penalty for speeding in the pits, so...
Simdog is retired!
Retired!
There is a crash! There is a crash!
Where is
We'll
it?
jump on
Oh,
board
just
with
under the
Psycho.
bridge.
Looks
Just under
like...
the bridge. I think
yep.
he's lost it on the curb as he came out of the second deck.
Oh, he's right in the middle of the track, and a safety car is called!
Whoa,
a safety car is called! With 7 laps left in this race. I said it. Maybe I jinxed it. Sorry, not sorry. Saxa picks up a 3 second time penalty for the cut. So
I'm going to throw it out there. Is that Williams' strategy? Have they sacrificed Sim to save Trin's race because he can come in for fresh, soft tyres?
you bet it that whoever has the Ouija board and is calling Flavatori, you stop it right now. You stop it right now.
And they pit. Yeah, our leaders have pit.
Oh my god. Stars will serve. Oh no, you don't serve 3 second penalties.
No,
Never mind.
But punching up the field is really going to hurt him at the end of the race. So we're going to have probably about 4 or 5 laps at the end.
So there's
After
the
the
safety
safety car.
Yeah, there's the safety car just starting at Snake.
Oh, Trin he lost a bit of time in the pits, I thought then. He was worried the Alfa Romeo was going to overtake him.
All right. Now this throws a massive monkey wrench in the works. Let's take stock for just a second. Stars, Trin, Artanis, Pondon, Jacob, Quantum Effect, and Psycho, as well as Combat and Saxa, all pull into the pits. 1 to 7 on the softs. It looks like Combat is on the mediums. Saxa changed as well. Stars has a 3 second penalty. He has... Well, I don't know. It depends on how long the safety car stays out. But he will have to try and somehow manage to get a 3 second gap, or if the drivers behind force Trin, like put a lot of pressure, then Trin might make a mistake and it might be even. But the problem is, Artanis has been driving so clean and so fast that I feel like it might be a safe bet to assume he'll take this.
I mean, all he has to do is get past Trin and stay within 3 seconds of Stars. That's all he has to do to get the win. The first challenge.
And the best part is, if he wins this, he's done a Perez. he's
He
legitimately
absolutely
done a
has. He has
Perez.
today for sure.
Yeah.
Off to Red Bull next season. Great effort.
So I wonder, chat, how many laps does this safety car stay on for? How much do you reckon? I'm thinking at least 2.
Yeah, it stays out usually long enough for the rest of the field to bunch up. So, back runners of the 2 Red Bull cars just going through Dunlop now. They should be able to catch it probably, yeah, by the end of Sector 1 on this next lap.
So Hero reckons lap 23.
I reckon it'll be the end of next lap. I reckon the Red Bulls will catch up, yeah, before the halfway mark of the next lap, and I think the safety car will be enough for that.
Well, we're about to find out, that's for sure. Alright, so. Safety car still out there. We have 2 cars at the back, Baitmate and... Oh, it's the Red Bulls. It's both of them. At the back. Now this... I wonder, this restart. We saw a couple of issues from the restart in Tier 1. Admittedly, it was only 2 laps left. If this will end much quicker, I would assume. So I wonder, Stars He's not in a good spot. But anything can happen. And if mistakes at the back cause problems, he might be able to get away. I don't know. It's hard to call. If I had to put money down, I'd say, just on the way he's driven today, I'd say Artanis has probably got it in the bag. But you can't really make that guarantee. Anything can happen.
Interestingly, I just noticed that Combat Rat and Keeper are both on fresh medium tyres, so I don't know if they've made a mistake in the pits or if they just didn't have any soft tyres left. But I think they're going to struggle to keep position. We've got about 5 laps to go, and everyone around them is on fresh softs.
So we'll stay on board with Stars, and we'll wait for the indication from the stewards, letting us know that the safety car will be in. I think Hero might have actually had it straight there. Thank you for the follow, Archbrew. Much appreciated. Considering where all the drivers are now, I would say... There we go. The lights are up. Okay. So now, it's up to Stars.
Raid. We've got 5 viewers from that. But yeah, bad luck, mate.
So here we go. Stars now in charge. He will choose the trigger point. Everyone, hopefully we don't have any unnecessary knocks. Stars will have to choose. I would assume he'll do it right after the Casio Triangle, just here. There it goes. He hits the overtake, and we are off. It's a decent gap now. Trin, Tannis close behind. He'll be chasing him down. There's Pondon, Jacob Meister, Quantum Effect. A massive gap between himself and Psycho. Must have been something there. Combat sacks up. Keeper, Mika, Batemate, and Nut right at the end. But having a look at some of these gaps, it looks like Artanis did make up quite a bit of time. So clean, I'll be honest. It's a clean restart. And now I can only... See, here's the problem, right? So Trin basically has to defend for his life. But the issue is the fighting might cause Stars to get away. I don't know if 3 seconds is realistic within 5 laps. Not even. It's 4 from now. But that's a weird one to me. We'll have to monitor it.
Yeah, because obviously if they battle too hard, I think he can do it if Stars really pushes it and Trin and Artanis battle too hard. Artanis is a massive slide through Spoon. Yeah, he's almost out of DRS range already though, so he's using not a lot of DRS, but he's really trying to pull out that 1 second gap.
Miko getting a Keeper there, Nut trading places. Here we go. So of course we'll have to wait for the 3 laps to go past for the DRS to activate. So it's all going to be pure toe from now on. You can see Trin trying to break the toe there, but Artanis is still fast. He's going to go on the outside of the first corner. Will it work though? Trin gets a really, really good shot on the inside line and holds on for now. But Artanis is bloody close.
Yeah, to get right out of the throttle than Artanis to save his wing. The gap's now 1.5 seconds between Stars and Trin.
There we go, eh? That's what I was saying. The fighting might cause, but 3 seconds doesn't seem feasible to me. But we'll watch. But Artanis has to get past Trin. If he doesn't, this is the chance is over for him for the win.
Oh no! The 2 Red Bulls have hit a Dunlop. Nuts into the wall. Lost his wing.
Sector 1, Sector 2, yellow flag, but no VSC.
He ran a bit wide at Dunlop and lost it and hit the rear tyre of his teammate as he went past. Thankfully though, Batemate's been able to keep it on the track.
Have a look at these gaps though. This is a really good dance right now. Pondon is keeping fairly close. Jacob Master as well, Quantum Effect. There's a bit of a gap there to Psycho as we see another yellow flag. It looks like Nut's having a bit of issues with the damage. But keep an eye on that gap between Trin and Stars because it is increasing. 3 seconds is the magic number.
Artanis very aggressive over the curbs there. I'm just going to double check what his warnings are.
Stars 128.2. He is pushing and he is pushing for the win. DRS is now enabled. So the main straight is going to be a key difference. in this race. Artanis 7/10 behind. Pondon, as we have a sector 2 yellow flag, it looks like it's Nut as well. He'll have to come into the pits, I would assume. And the gap is now 2.2. Stars is pushing, and he's pushing incredibly hard. Wow, I actually don't know. I am... Jacob Meister within the 5-second mark. Pondon is slipping out of DRS range. Quantum Effect as well. He's just in now. Psycho is closing the gap. Combat Rat and Saxa both within contention there as well. But Trin is slipping here.
Yeah, I wonder if the best strategy for Trin is to just let Artanis through, as Artanis takes a lot of curb there. Let him through, don't fight position, and use Artanis as a toe to get within the 3-second mark of Stars, because if they keep fighting, Stars will get the win. He'll pull away.
Well, they're fighting again. Artanis around the outside. Oh, he goes off track! Very, very careful. Be very, very careful, sir. You do not want to pick up a 3-second penalty this close to the end of the race. But Trin will maintain position. However, keep an eye on that time. It's climbing and it's climbing. And if it hits that 3-second mark and Stars crosses the line, he will take the win. So this is a knife's edge right now, because Artanis must be frustrated he cannot get past the Williams. Trin's fighting to try and to see if he can get the win, but with the speed, actually, I'm interested. Let's have a look at this car. He's got no ERS left. Stars is on nothing. Trin, well, it's not as bad, but and Artanis is essentially running on dry as well.
And Pondon's closed right in as well. He's back within DRS range of Artanis. And Jacob hanging along for the ride as well.
Well, we have, I guess, a lap and a half, if that.
Gap's now 2.7 seconds between Stars and Trin. He's almost done it.
It's absolutely knife's edge, and the problem is the fight between Artanis and Trin is only going to get worse through here. This is absolute Hamilton territory right now. I feel like Stars is going to get it. I feel like he's going to get it.
Has to get the move done right now, or he's got no chance of getting the win.
The ERS is gone.
This time, but the ERS is gone.
The ERS is gone. Trin will hold the inside line. He's really, really good at doing so, and he does it again. He can't.
Well defended.
Artanis cannot make the outside line work, because the problem is he'll get pushed too far on the outside, and it risks that 3-second penalty. So I'd keep an eye on the time. It's 2.6 right now. They have to push. The problem is Trin has to focus on the defense as well. I don't know.
And Stars is almost out of ERS as well. I think he had a little bit of a moment in Sector 1 there, because the gap has come down by a couple of tenths.
This is a problem. You're correct. You are so correct right now. It's 2.3. Trin...
He'll drop to third, Stars, at the end of the race if the margins stay as they are.
Oh my god. Absolute edge of your seat right now. Keep an eye. 2.6 is the gap right now. Artanis will try and push for an attack, possibly on the back stretch. Oh no! No! This is going to put Pondon now on podium position. Oh my god, Pondon. 1.5 seconds. It's going to be too fast. Stars will take second at this rate, but Pondon might actually squeeze. Third position here. That is the worst thing that could possibly happen. Trin will take the win. Stars could not get the time out. He'll cross the line. Stars will drop down in a second, but Pondon will cross the line and take third on the podium. That is a very unfortunate race for Artanis. He drove so incredibly well, but unfortunately the overtake attempt pushed him off the track there on the first corner, and he just ticked over on Spoon. That is not the ending you want to see for that guy, but Trin kept the gap alive, and he takes the win. And Artanis, you know what? Deserved, because he went back from 5th, and that is a very unfortunate mistake there, but Trin, what a win. It's unfortunate Stars couldn't get the gap there, but what an end.
Yeah, absolutely crazy race. But yeah, great drive by Artanis. I mean, he did so well to not get a penalty until the very last lap with how hard he was pushing that whole race. That was an impressive drive from him. Very well done to Trin. Well-deserved win.
Defense. Trin pulled it out of, managed to keep the gap and keep Artanis behind, and he will take that win. Stars are very unfortunate, couldn't make it work. You can see he was pushing hard at the end there, but does take second. But Pondon keeping the dream alive. Unfortunate mistake there from Artanis, and he gets up on the podium. So it looks like the 8-ball was right, as it always is. Jacob Meister there with a great drive, taking 4th. Again, Artanis, commiseration, sir, but you did an incredible performance today. Quantum Effects, Psycho, Combat Sax, and Mika round out that top 10. An unfortunate drive there for Liquid Bully and Go-Kart, all with the DNFs. And unfortunate for Simdogger there as well, who ended up causing the safety car, which gave us the inevitable end there. But hopefully you guys have enjoyed that. That was an interesting finish to the Tier 2 race. We'll be back next week, obviously. For some
We're not. So we're on holidays.
That's right.
For a couple of weeks. We'll be back on the 8th of January for our Friday series of F2. And then on the 10th of January will be the return of Tier 1 and Tier 2.
That's right. We are away on a Christmas break. So hopefully you guys enjoy your Christmas, spend your holidays with your loved ones, and we will see you back in January. Goodbye for now.
See ya.
Versace on my wrist, baby, make a wish. You could sell your Rari, but you can't afford my outfit. Versace on my wrist, baby, make a wish. You could sell your Rari, but you can't afford my outfit. Versace on my wrist, baby, make a wish. You could sell your Rari, but you can't afford my outfit. Versace on my wrist, baby, make a wish. You could sell your Rari, but you can't afford my outfit. Go wish. Go wish. Go wish. Go wish. Versace on my wrist, baby, make a wish. You could sell your Rari, but you can't afford my outfit. Versace on my wrist, baby, make a wish. You could sell your Rari, but you can't afford my outfit. Versace on my wrist, baby, make a wish. You could sell your Rari, but you can't afford my outfit. Versace on my wrist, baby, make a wish. You could sell your Rari, but you can't afford my outfit. Go wish. Go wish. Go wish. Go wish. Versace.
Heaven just